Hello? Is everyone there? Oh shit, come on now. I love that this is a thing. Sorry guys.
Here it is.
Oh my god.
Here's a story
I almost.
about a guy named Biggie.
Stop it.
Okay. Are you guys ready for like a semi-actual intro? Hello everyone, welcome to the Retarf podcast. There we go. Oh yeah. To start off, not really a sponsor, but check out boostedstripes.com. Can I be heard right now, by the way? Oh, shit. This is annoying.
Hello?
Happening.
I don't
Okay,
know.
we're all still here?
I don't know.
Be
Did
heard?
Dan die?
All right, let's check. Cargyle, are
I
we
think
live?
somebody died.
Can I be heard right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can hear you.
People are just
Yeah,
ignoring
we
you.
can hear
You
crap.
could be heard before.
I can hear him. I couldn't hear him a minute ago.
I couldn't hear you guys.
Oh. That's the
And
problem.
Cargyle assumed the worst. That's unlike you.
Alright,
Oh,
let's start
Mhm.
over.
that's the
And
problem.
Cargyle assumed. Okay.
Hello everyone, welcome to the Retard Podcast. Before we really get started, check out boostedstripes.com. We have a code with them. If you use the code BA.Retarf, you can get yourself some discounts on some sexy shoelaces and some sexy shoe stripes. Thank you very much.
I still haven't bought their shoes, but I entirely plan to. They got good shoes.
What is Boosted Stripes again? Can you remind everybody? Like
Booster Stripes is a company that allows you to further customize certain shoes with shoelaces as well as stripes that you stick onto your shoes.
Cool.
They also sell shoes, right? Or am I just dumb with that?
You're just dumb.
Oh, they don't sell shoes?
No.
They sell
I've been
Boosted
staring
Stripes
at
for
their
your shoes.
damn site for like weeks now, like, ooh, I'm gonna buy these shoes. And they don't sell shoes!
It's not the shoes that you're buying. You have to buy the shoes separately or own them already.
It's not the shoes that matter, it's the friends I made along the way.
Exactly, dude.
I just heard
Ew.
a cricket.
That's cliche.
Same.
That's cliche.
I'm glad to hear you gents again. It's glad to get everybody here in the pod.
Yeah, in the party, you know, we all went to the bathroom.
I haven't been here for a couple weeks because of things.
No, you haven't.
Yeah.
And stuff.
But now I'm here.
I've been here the whole time, and let me tell you, the entire time you were gone, it was a tight ship. Everything was well orientated. There were no swear words, and everyone was very
The
upbeat.
fucking
Literally,
lie.
all of that is a big fucking lie.
Yeah, no, we've been nuts ever since you left. Please help.
I'm
I'm
not
not
dead,
dead, trust me.
I mentioned potty. Have you guys
Mhm.
ever seen somebody shit in a urinal before?
I might have done that myself before.
What did I come back to?
I have a story about this.
Oh no.
Of course
oh,
you do, you
God.
disgusting animal.
Neil has a story
No, I'm.
about everything.
Here's the
Yeah.
thing. I'm not the one who did it. I was the one who was brutally punished for it.
Sowing seeds of chaos is my vibe.
So what happened? I was at law enforcement camp, right?
I love that place.
Which is a thing.
Oh yeah, police camp.
And we went to Camp Yale. Now, you watching might not know what Camp Yale is because you're not in Indiana.
Camp Fish.
But Camp Yale is essentially just generic summer camp setup. There's a rock wall, there's a zip line. There are bathrooms. And a kid did use the bathroom in a urinal, and it was in the men's urinal, obviously. So the people there, like, this is essentially like it's an attitude camp. It's like it gets people to mind. So because of that, all of us had to run laps around this huge campground because one person wouldn't confess to shitting in a urinal. And then later, they congratulated that guy because they were like, "Look at what you did. You ran all these laps together. Look at what you did. You did good." And I'm just sitting there like, "Who the fuck did it?" I was not fat at the time. God help me if I would have been. But I'm fat now, and I have nightmares about that night. The idea of running a camp for literal hours as someone just goes, "Ooh, shit in the urinal." It haunts me.
I have a pretty gnarly story about Sheriff's Camp.
The fact that I don't know what's going on just makes it worse.
Mm-hmm.
But that means that Nick should tell his story. Because it should be worse.
Tell us about Sheriff's Camp.
So at Sheriff's Camp at the end
Sheriff's Camp.
Every single day. Can I be heard all right, by the way?
Yes.
Yes.
Right.
You're slightly muffled, but you're okay.
At the end of every single day, we would go to the YMCA and swim, right? Well, the boys would have their changing room and the girls would have their changing room. And after we got out of the pool, we would have to shower. Well, at the end, in the boys' changing room, somebody decided it would be a good idea to take somebody else's clothes, right? Put them in the shower, turn it on, shit on top of them, and then squirt toothpaste all over them.
You know, I don't understand children.
I don't.
I don't understand myself.
All of the boys got punished because nobody would say who it was because nobody was a snitch. And they were making us from 9 to 12 in the morning. They were making us exercise, push-ups, sit-ups, running laps, just fucking trying to get out who shit on the clothes. And this one kid, big boy, decided to run from the cops. He was like, I've had it with He was like, I've had it with this exercise. So he ran away, and the cops start chasing him into the night, and he hides behind a stop sign. This big, thick boy just goes, you know what? This is a good hiding place right behind a stop sign. He almost got tased, actually.
You see, here's the trick, though. That's actually smart, because then, whenever they were going to get him, he would just go to the other side of the stop sign, and then they'd have to stop. That's the big trick here.
Stop forever, Neil.
Now here's the thing, though, Nick. What if the guy who, shit on the clothes was actually just a victim of circumstance? What if someone else drenched the clothes? Someone just really had to poop. Did it in the shower. Uh-oh, there's clothes there. So they attempted to clean it with toothpaste. Like Peter Pan trying to put his shadow back with soap.
You can't just clean up shit with toothpaste, Neil.
Why?
What else would you use?
This is
I don't know. You throw it in the toilet and just never speak of it.
This is why we make fun
Why
of all
is
your
this our
opinions.
first story? What?
This is a
why is
joke,
this how we
you
start
assholes!
What's wrong with my story, kids?
We're just, I don't know, we're just talking about shit.
Are you uncomfortable right
Here's
now?
the thing, Chris. We start with shit, we end with shit. We give the people what they want.
We can't always appeal. We sometimes have
Okay,
to.
but here's the thing, Chris. Everybody poops.
I mean, you're not wrong.
So, everyone can relate to this story.
Birds poop out
Cargile's
their
right. We're
vaginas.
reaching. We're reaching a large demographic.
Okay, it's called a cloaca, Nick. Thank you.
Still their vagina.
It's more like
It's
an
also
anus.
their penis.
Eggs come from
It's-
the anus.
How could
a
something
lot of
so
things.
delicious come from the
Legendary
anus?
does
So delicious.
Okay, but legendary isn't a person. Legendary is an entity.
It's wizard. Woo.
Why did that get me so good?
Hey, Cat is
God, I
back.
was
It's
watching
just doing
Silver
stuff
Spoon with
crap.
you guys.
You know, I just realized that does technically mean that eggs are
That
anus
is what that's
droppings.
from, isn't it? I forgot that anime was a thing.
Yeah, Silver Spoon. I recommended that to someone the other day.
And I commented on your recommendation and said, "Thank God someone recommended this show."
It's actually a genuine, like, good show. It's just weird.
Dude, the food in that show looks yummy as well.
Oh, it's
Fun
Granted,
fact-
Oh,
it's
wait.
anime, so of course it does. But
Wait,
Manga
is that
writer
the-
who did Silver Spoon also did Full Metal Alchemist?
really.
Question.
Hmm.
Question. Is that the one where the girls eat the food and then their clothes rip off?
No, that's,
No.
that's Food Wars.
okay, the
Okay.
Silver Spoon is City Slicker goes to
Farm school.
agricultural studies college and studies cowboy
Hello,
lifestyle.
Laddie? Sorry, Elvish Laddie.
Hello.
Hey Elvish, how are you?
Yes, Elvish.
Hi, Elvish. How are you doing today? Oh my God,
I
I'm
don't know who
flustered.
you are, but hello, how are you
Hello
doing?
there, Elvish Laddie.
Elvish is
Neil's
my
wife.
virtual boyfriend.
Not need to fuck.
No, we don't need to fuck. It's just that's not our relationship. It's mostly
Not how
just
it
flirting banner.
I think
No.
Yeah. Have you ever heard of simping, Pat?
Dude,
Neil
I
is
simp all the
Elvish.
time. I simp for kudos.
Hey!
Hey! Did you see, did you see my comment on one of his tweets?
You both like, hey!
He posted a picture of him in a mask and was like, "Oh, it doesn't like filters so much." And I was like, "Oh, hot damn! I gotta simp even harder now."
You don't know there's a podcast category. Is there? There's a
There's a-
podcast.
There is.
Anyway,
You guys didn't know that?
No,
No.
I've been...
No.
we'll just have it as just chatting.
How do I? Oh,
Oh!
oh! I accidentally clicked off of the stream and just went to just chatting.
You've brought me to a whole fucking new world, Elvish Laddie. Oh!
Dude, I don't know how being a moderator works. I'm still trying to learn.
What, are you trying to moderate somebody? Did somebody say a bad word?
Everything Elvish
No, I was
does
trying
is
to-
really
I was
good.
trying to change from just
Good fuck.
chatting to podcast, but I just ended up going to podcast
I changed it. Oh my god, is it happening?
or
again?
just chatting
Okay.
on Twitch. I have an
Love you,
ad.
Elvish. Thank
Can you hear
very
me?
much. I appreciate you. I appreciate everybody that's watching. I
You-
genuinely
Oh, whoa.
appreciate
Nick.
that.
Nick, you would love Elvish. He's so fucking funny.
What is that? What is
Like,
Elvish?
oh
Is
my
it-
God.
Does Elvish stream?
Yes.
Yeah.
Elvish streams video games,
Oh,
and he's in a lot of my streams. Actually, here's a little
Well,
plug.
he's-
They're in your streams. I
He's
don't want to.
he's in your streams by proxy of being in Skyler's streams. So
Me and
it's more
Elvish
like
have done just me and Elvish streams. Like they're
For some reason, I
just me
find
and
it hard
Elvish.
to
Drop
believe.
a
You guys want to
follow.
know something?
Yes.
Me and
I
Elvish
Sub for $4
love each other.
because sub timber
Yes,
is a
Chris,
thing.
go ahead.
I only have one sub on Twitch, and it's Elvish's.
Or
channel.
sub with Twitch Prime. Just
Wait,
free
I'm
Amazon
subscribed
Prime.
to your
Hashtag
channel.
dab.
No, I mean me. I only pay for one sub, and it's Elvish's.
Oh, I misheard you. I apologize.
It's worth it too. Elvish is awesome. And every time we
stop
talk, he
sucking his
flirts
dick?
with me. No, it's tasty.
Dude, Elvish and Disney. I mean, which one comes first? Which one's the side
If you're
order?
asking me to choose, I won't.
Choose between Elvish and Disney.
Alright, so-
Okay, look. First of all, the answer is Elvish because only Elvish can I joke about kryptonite cock rings with.
I'm
That's one of our
sorry.
jokes. You see, you wouldn't get that because you don't have what me and Elvish have.
The only way
Moving,
Superman.
moving
Uh,
along.
Do you you said you had some questions to ask, Neil? Shit.
I do. I collected some questions from people in my streams, friends, and just random trolley discords. So these are all pretty good.
Okay. Hit it?
And some of
Can I
them
trust-
were based on people who watched the streams.
Oh, that's
Some of them weren't. But I think we should start with one of the people who actually watched the streams,
okay.
which is a question for Pat.
For Pat?
For Pat.
All right.
Whatever it is, I did not do it.
Well, Pat, they're
Kill
not
my
accusing you of
parents.
anything.
Did
Okay.
You kill my
Not
parents
accusing
on
me of nothing
But
yet.
I saw you.
Did you
bang.
kill my parakeet? I don't have a parakeet.
It's-
No, maybe.
It's Bruce Wayne commenting, "Did you kill my parents?"
No, maybe. I mean,
All right, Pat.
Uh-oh.
Answer
Wait, I
answer
gotta
a question for us. Pat,
Okay.
who is your favorite Star Wars character?
Okay.
This can't go good.
Pat just like takes 12 years and then he's like,
uh,
Darth Miffless.
Darth Maul.
Oh, that's a good
You're
pick.
not-
Do you want to elaborate?
Do I want to elaborate?
Yeah, like add
well,
like a reason.
For one, he's attractive to me, so that's a part of it.
It's definitely a big one.
Yes. For two, I'm impressed how they made a character that people just thought was cool looking into an amazing character with an actual story, a reason for why he's doing what he's doing. The fact that he basically lived because of his hatred for Obi-Wan.
I fully agree. You know what I also like about Maul, now that you brought it up?
Hmm.
That he was kind of supposed to be Darth Vader, and then he failed. So now his story afterwards is like he was like the mistake, but now he still goes, and I think it's so interesting.
I think. Never mind. I forgot what I was gonna say.
Look, Cargyle, know what you were gonna ask, and the answer is no. He doesn't have a penis anymore. It's gone.
Yes, he
He got that
does.
robot dick though.
Neil.
He doesn't have one. It's gone. It got cut off.
He got a robot
I
dick.
think I cut it in half.
Hmm.
He could still
Oh,
have
I
a
remember what I
robot
was gonna
penis.
say.
Hey,
Uh,
what
Right.
if they put a robot upper half on his legs? Would there be two Darth Mauls?
Yes. Fun fact about the Phantom Menace: Ray Park choreographed the whole Duel of the Fates lightsaber fight, and he pretty much only got the part of Darth Maul because of the fact that he choreographed the whole thing. Like, it was just like, well, we don't want to teach anyone else this choreography, so you're gonna do it. And they were like, slap on this makeup, put on this robe, here you go.
Congratulations, you're now a Star Wars.
Yay.
Who
A
that?
singular war.
Neil.
A singular Star
There
War.
it is.
Alright.
Okay.
Hello.
I'm back.
So.
Oh, do you want more questions?
Yeah. What's the next question, Chief?
Well, the next question is, let's see. Oh, we got one for Cargyle.
Ew.
For the crab.
Well, speaking of that, Cargyle, what is your favorite type of seafood?
None.
He doesn't like seafood.
You don't.
I don't like
You
seafood.
don't like seafood. But
At
you
all.
is crab.
Your name is Cargyle. Yes, of course your name is Cargyle.
Dummy.
Your name is Cargyle. You don't like seafood?
What the fuck?
Those things correlate.
I'm just gonna stop talking. I can't English tonight.
I'll
Yeah,
finish the thought for you. Your name is Crab, and you don't like seafood?
Yeah, I don't
The
like
fuck?
seafood.
I love seafood.
Do you
Seafood
do you
is my
like
favorite.
money?
I do like
enjoy
money.
sushi.
Okay,
I haven't
okay,
tried
okay.
much of any.
I like money.
I love shrimp
No.
and fish. Dude, shrimp and fish is delicious. And crab is good too. That's why I eat them all the time.
Crab and
Dude,
lobster.
shrimp-
Um,
Dude, shrimp might be my. Like lately, I've been really thinking about it. Shrimp might be my favorite kind of meat.
Shrimp.
no,
Yeah,
fun
I love
fact
shrimp.
about how I got the name Crab Guy is pretty much all throughout middle school and high school, I was referred to strictly by my last name, Cargyle.
he doesn't respond to Zach, by the way, most of the time.
Ew.
Always
Yeah, no,
forget your name
Oh,
is Zach.
I just thought his name was unique.
No, he doesn't.
No.
His first name is Zach.
No,
and
that's
he
my
just-
last
He
name.
just doesn't respond to it.
But tell the story of this nickname because I'm so
But
interested.
no. So eventually people just started like messing with it and saying all kinds of different stuff. Like they used to say like Kargs or Cargol or
Craigle.
anything like that.
Craig Zimmer.
Commander
Craigle was one of them. That's how I got Craig Zickle. People saying Craigle. But no, Nick specifically would call me like Crabble Dabble and stuff like that. And someone started calling me a crab and crab
Comic
guy.
Fire,
And then
Crab
boom. So I was like, hey, I'm crab guy now.
I
That is
like
fun.
that.
Fun play on
You
my
know,
name.
now I'm a little insulted that I wasn't asked about the seafood because my name is Neiltopus.
Oh,
And
that's
it's like
And also
because
the
custom
fact
same
that I don't
quality.
even like seafood.
Yes,
His
my
full
name is
name is
Neil Michael Topus.
Oh, you know what? I'm just gonna
Neil
stop.
Michael.
I'm just making myself this evening.
That's okay.
You can tell how tired I am.
Dan's name is Danson the Robot.
Dancing
got
the
the name
Robot.
Sure, I'll take that one.
Oh, hey,
El
I thought
Daniel
it was
Roboto.
Dirty Dan.
And I am Biggie
Oh, hey.
I
Lee
don't
Bear.
care. Either way, it works.
Elvish!
yeah,
Elvish,
fun
Elvish,
fact.
Elvish joined the Discord.
Oh,
Re-
Elvis joined the
yeah,
Discord. Hell
yeah.
yeah.
So
yeah, hey Elvish.
read
Hell
the
yeah.
rules, react to the Me6 message at the end of the rules, and then you should get the role of Wee Lads. And if you don't,
I'll give it
we
to
can
you.
fix it. Yeah.
Also, anyone who's in the Discord is welcome to join the podcast if they like.
Yeah.
That's
Oh, I would
also
welcome
true.
Elvish in here. I've welcomed Elvish in many places.
True. I'm an idiot.
All right, Neil, what's the
No,
next
Neil.
question?
Why?
Well, since you asked, Nick, I think the next question should be for you.
Oh, is there one for me?
Nick, if you could only have 4 people on the podcast every week, the same 4 people, which would you choose?
Why would you make me choose favorites? That's a.
I'm not making you choose. My cousin
Wait, wait,
Sebastian
wait.
is. He asked that one.
What?
Why did you say
Oh,
it?
of course,
that
that
way?
would be one from Sebastian.
Nick, choose favorites, quick!
Choose your favorite friends.
Go, dude.
Uh,
I dare.
Choose who you love.
I will choose them and then give ambiguous answers why, just because it's not favorites. Probably Cargyle,
Hey,
because we make
feel
out
like Cargyle
and
was a
have sex
gimme.
a lot.
that's
Chris, because
Because you make out and have sex a lot.
No, he's like, stop it,
Stop, please, no.
stop.
We're not going there.
This is not
God's
Game of
sake.
Thrones.
We already went there, Dad.
This is
Okay.
Retarf podcast, not Game of Thrones.
we could go there. A wink.
No, we're not going there. Shush.
I can show you the world.
I will
then-
eat you, crab.
Shit. Chris- So this isn't including me, right?
No, you can't pick yourself. You're. You know what? The question does say 4 other people, so I think that's a loophole. I think he did mean 3, but it says 4, so you can go for it.
Carl, Chris. I really like having Krogbro on.
I like Krog too. That's a good pick.
He's a smart lad and he's easy to talk to. And then probably Pat, because I like Pat.
cool.
Nobody knows the troubles I've
It's
seen.
okay. My 5th pick would be you, Neil.
No, copyright. Do not sing this song.
No, not
But
copyright.
why wouldn't you include me, Nick?
Well, I
We
think
kiss
if
and
you-
fuck a
I
lot.
like you.
Yeah, but it's hate fucking, man.
That's still fucking.
Yeah, Cargyle is pure satisfaction and joy. Also,
Nick
he
calls
smells
me
like,
in the middle of the night when he's pissed.
Pure
That
chaos.
dude- especially when you cover him in butter and boil him, dude.
We
Oh,
just
freaking
here
boil.
to vibe. Stop talking about boiling me.
I swear, this whole show, the very last episode, we gotta eat Cargyle.
Gotta eat.
We have to find a
That
state where
wink.
wisdom is legal. And
We just can't do that stream on Twitch. If you
Texas.
That's going up on our OnlyFans.
only $3.99.
Only $3.99, and we'll fucking then eat Cogile.
And then eat.
Like a
Well,
pack
if
of
we do it
wild
like,
Oh my god.
if we do it afterwards, it's like, you know, you can't really do that. You can't
Oh,
eat
you know what
somebody and then bang them.
You know what I just remembered?
What?
Or realized, rather? Speaking of boiling and eating me, we haven't lost 2 viewers in a while.
Oh well, if anyone wants, Cargyle is available to date. He's looking for a lady.
He's looking for a lady.
Anyone really.
And as I've
We
mentioned,
take Elvish is available, I think.
If you'd like to date this sexy crab,
I'm sorry, what was that about Elvish?
please call.
He's available for.
No, he's not.
No, okay.
He is reserved.
Neil says no.
By the way, I don't know if Elvish heard, but he is allowed in the podcast too at any point. If
You're welcome
Yeah.
to come in here if you want.
If you're in the Discord, you are welcome to join the podcast when you want. We just have like an 8-person limit
Yeah.
in the chat so that it doesn't get too hectic.
I do, just to take a break from questions real quick, I got a question for you guys. Have
Oh,
you
take a
heard...
Take a break from questions. You're asking a question?
I'm talking about your questions, Neil.
Okay.
Better questions?
No, these aren't bad questions. It's just, have you guys seen or heard of the Netflix movie The Devil All the Time?
No.
Tom Holland's in that.
It's-
I saw the trailer.
It's so fucking weird, but I liked it a lot. I watched it at work with my boss, which was a little strange because there's a lot of
Sex?
sex and sex with
Murder?
murder is also there. There's also
But-
some.
Tom Holland is a good Christian boy. He would never.
Wait. You're saying Spider-Man fucks?
Spider-Man isn't the one fucking dude. Actually, Spider-Man killed the lady that
Have you
was trying
ever
to
read a
fuck him.
Spider-Man comic? Spider-Man.
Are you saying Aunt May fucks?
Sex and murder and sex. Exactly. That's what.
Neil, I swear to God, if you don't shut the fuck up.
That's actually a comic book. That's
Oh.
That's a whole comic. It's called
Um,
Trouble.
But I really recommend it. It's fucking good. It's a little bit strange.
Not necessarily in that order.
I will give you a warning. There's a lot of heavy themes in it, including a pastor manipulating a minor to do some things. So just keep that in
Oh
mind.
dear.
Sounds like Catholicism.
It's not Catholicism. He's a good old son of a pastor. Yeah. But that's who. Fucking. Who's echoing?
I'm not
It's
sure.
not me.
I don't hear an echo.
I can hear the echo too, so it's not me.
That's who Robert Pattinson plays. I think it was Pat. And he did a really fucking good job at that
Okay, there we
role.
go.
Because he made me fucking hate him.
Robert Pattinson is a really good actor.
He's not a bad actor.
Like, we'll
When
never
he's
forget.
given good material.
Oh yeah.
When he's not like, sparkly vampire, I have to want to suck your blood, but I can't because I want to fuck you first.
Well, actually, he's the one really against fucking.
Not really. Considering he's the
Ah,
one
is
that did.
Well, he did. Like, he gave in to peer pressure, but really, he was like, "No, I can't bang you. What happens if
It's
we
not
have a
even
kid?
peer
You'll
pressure.
die."
It's just Bella had a hot bod, and he was like, "I want that hot bod."
Hey, I get that. I get that.
You know,
I
when you
don't.
see a hot bod,
It's
and
still
you're
pressure.
I have never seen a hot bod.
under pressure.
Dude,
All right.
ice, baby.
Yo,
Stop. Neil, back to the Neil questions.
All right. Unfortunately, I don't have any specifically for Chris.
Aw.
You haven't been here.
Yep,
Chris.
so- I do have generic ones for everybody.
Personalized one for me.
Okay, I'll personalize one for you.
I'm gonna put you on the spot.
Hold on. Hey, Chris, are you a cat person or a dog person?
I'm a bird person.
Aw, that's sweet.
Oh!
That is
God.
adorable. Very.
Now you see, that wasn't really a Chris personal question, but I'll be damned, that answer sure was.
That was a cute question. That was a cute answer.
I had to give a cute answer. I'm sorry.
Okay, and now back to all the others, which, Chris, you're still part of these, but they aren't just for you. Hey guys, sorted to go off of that. We got any dating advice for the people out there?
Specific to what?
Well, they just, like, literally, I asked,
Don't.
hey, do you guys want questions? And someone just said, dating advice, question mark?
It depends on if
And
you
I
like-
have to assume they haven't seen the show, because if they have, why the fuck would they ask us?
Well, also, we've talked about it a lot before.
Well, we've talked about dating, but not really like with starting a relationship or keeping a relationship.
Just
Okay.
be yourself and then vibe. And if you can't catch the vibe, then move on and catch the vibe with another person.
If you can't catch the vibe,
Also,
But don't
murder.
cheat.
Don't be crab boy,
See-
because if you're crab boy, you're gonna lose your stream 2 viewers.
I can't. Actually, we did lose 2 viewers.
We didn't on my end.
How many do we have right now?
We've consistently had 4 pretty much the entire time on my end.
We were up to like 7 earlier.
Oof.
So we lost 3.
It depends on the question, because I don't know anything about if you like PP and you
Okay.
have PP.
Okay,
But-
I'll be specific here. Let's go the route of how would you go about meeting people? Like, what would you do to meet people and potentially start a relationship?
I went on Bumble. Bumble isn't bad.
Does Bumble work?
Bumble's not bad. On Bumble, the woman has to message you first.
And on
Really?
Bumble is where him
I
met
see dating
current
as a
lady
waste
friend.
of time. Are we talking about dating as in going steady, or are we talking about dating as in like going on dates?
In my perception, I'm talking about getting a long-term girlfriend or boyfriend.
Okay.
Or anything friend.
I don't think dating is a waste of time. I think though you should try to become friends first, which is bad advice from me because I didn't do that. I went on a Bumble date and we've been together. It'll be a year in December.
Well, that. See, now for me, I've been with mine for 4 years, and legit, the first time, no joke, I wasn't trying. The next thing I knew, she tells me she likes me. I'm like, what? I'm like, well, what? Me? Like, I liked her too, but I'm like, wait. I wasn't trying, but okay.
That's the thing I noticed is a lot of people.
Like, I always feel like if you try too hard, then it ain't happening.
It's easier.
But
to,
if
it's easier to not try hard when you meet somebody who you can actually talk to. First off,
Right.
if you're trying to talk to somebody and you have to carry the entire conversation, they either don't like you or they're just not for you. You don't have similar things to talk about. Me and Hannah, when we first started talking, because on Bumble the woman has to message first. The guy cannot message the woman. And she messaged me, and then we started talking, and she was like, "You're really easy to talk to." We went on one date, and then she asked me to go on a second. And right before the second, she was like, "I really like you, dude. You want to just be my boyfriend?" I was like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
cute.
That's how I feel
Yeah.
about you.
Yeah, I do.
bruh.
I guess my advice for this specific thing, and realize before going in, I am single and have been single for almost 5 years now. So take my advice with a grain of salt.
23-year streak recently, so
I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you, buddy. I would just suggest, hey, don't let there be missed opportunity. Like, if there's a situation where you have feelings for somebody and you're nervous, I definitely recommend going for it, because I'm only 22, and even I look back on some things and I'm like, yeah, if I just would have voiced that I might have liked this person, my life could theoretically be different. And it's those little moments that you miss. Like, what I'm saying is, don't be afraid to put your feelings out there, because that's really one of the bigger steps.
Also, I found don't try
Oh,
and
Skyler did the little participate thingy.
Ooh. Also,
We're gonna
don't
get
try
that
and
stack.
act is what I learned. Just be yourself, and because if you try and push this persona of, oh well, you've got to be cute because you like each other. It's
Like I said, you just gotta catch the vibe.
Yeah, not giving too much, but I think I said that to you, Chris. Be yourself.
Yeah.
Also,
I think a lot of people probably told you that.
I think I'm
That, yeah.
I think I'm gonna elaborate on
I don't know
that
how
just a little.
I don't know how it all works yet, so.
This is advice from somebody this has bitten before. Know yourself before you put yourself out there. Like know who you are and stuff, because if you're still figuring that out, it's not necessarily fair to the other person or yourself.
Yeah. Also, another word of advice that people get told a lot, and it's complete and utter bullshit, is the whole nice guys always finish last thing. Alright? Nice guys, if it's a quote-unquote nice guy, right? They finish last because they're not nice guys, they're dicks. They want sex, and if you don't give them sex, they'll call you a whore. Which makes no fucking sense. If you're a genuinely nice person, you're not going to finish last, especially in the adult world, okay? In the adult world, being a actual, genuinely good person is attractive to most women.
Yeah, being kind goes a hell of a long way, guys.
And
Like,
not I'm being nice to you, so you'll do this.
Yes, the
blah, blah, blah.
quote-unquote
It's
nice
just
guy.
Genuine.
Only
One of the most toxic things I ever heard was I had a air quotes friend who was staying at my house for a night, and they got off the phone with someone they were trying to get in a relationship with. They yelled out "fuck" and got really angry, and then went on this big tirade of saying, "Oh, I guess I'm not good enough. I guess I'm not good enough because she doesn't want to have sex with me." And then it ended with, "I guess nice guys are always gonna finish last, huh?"
Oh, shut the
And I
fuck
just
up.
sat there dude, I don't like that you're in my house right now.
Also, the friend zone. Let's talk about that for a second. Because the friend zone is not a place you get put. The friend zone is a place you put yourself. When you see somebody who has been your friend for a while, especially, only as somebody that you can imagine dating or having sex with. Alright? As soon as you in your brain only categorize that person in that, and then if you're just a friend to them, you suddenly, don't like them anymore or find them awkward to be around, that's your fault. That's not her fault.
Oh, incredibly.
And punishing them for that is just shitty.
Oh, I agree.
Also,
I also think that when it comes to being somebody's friend, I think there's this stigma that, oh, once you're in the friend zone, you never get out. I think that's bullshit. If you're friends with someone for a long time and you you obviously shouldn't be expecting this, but if you're friends and you care about each other and like each other's personalities, it's up to you whether or not that turns into a relationship. It isn't some rule that you will only be that. It's really up to you too as people.
But also, don't categorize them as somebody you can only date.
Yeah.
Indeed.
because that's what
Fully
ruins
agree
it.
with that.
Yeah, friends. I
not-
agree, Elvish. The friend zone is a really ugly term.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you're friends with somebody, that should and could be enough. And if you're romantically interested in them, then tell them. And if it doesn't become anything, at least you're still friends, man.
Chris, you had something to say?
Yeah.
Did.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
speak. We love your voice too much.
Hello, I am speaking.
Yay!
You just gotta catch the vibe.
See, I used to be that kind of person. What are they called now? What do people call them?
What?
You know, turbo
Simps.
virgins, not simps. There's another word.
Oh,
Fuck.
incels.
Incels. I would probably categorize my like 16-year-old self as an incel.
Which is dumb because you used to call me an incel.
No.
I don't understand the term.
Incel is one of those. Well, I wasn't an incel in the term of, I hate women, and if they don't want to sleep with me, then they're disgusting, vile, fucking. It was more like I had the image in my head that I was always in the friend zone, and I was a nice guy, so I always finished last. But that's because I wasn't an asshole, like behind the scenes. I didn't try to be. It was more like I had been told by a lot of people that nice guys finish last. And so I felt like because I couldn't be an asshole, that I would never find somebody who loved me. Does that make sense?
From a weird point of view, yes.
Like, I struggle-
I think that's more common than actually I would think at first, because, like, I've heard this said before, and it sounds a little cliche to me at this point, but I'm going to say it anyways. We live in a world where guys, like, expressing their emotions is seen as kind of weird. And because of that, like, you get those moments where guys just sort of don't know how to feel.
Yeah.
And maybe that's a byproduct of it.
Oh, it's especially bad, when you're growing up and you're, 9, 10 years old and you're crying about something and a parental figure tells you to be a man, like...
Oh, I've
What
heard
does that
this.
mean anymore?
I mean, that's... I had to go... When I went to therapy, and it wasn't... I would really say it's my mom's fault. My mom told me a lot to be a man, which I guess Chris didn't get that. But I would cry a lot, and Mom, we would talk in the car, and she would tell me to be a man.
Because I did all my crying when I was 1 year old, and then I just kind of leveled out and
Became a
couldn't do
sociopath.
anything. Yeah,
It's just...
I became a sociopath because I feel nothing all the time.
I ended up going to therapy, and she tried to get me to talk about my emotions, and I was just like, nah, no thanks. I don't want to do that. Thank you. Goodbye. Have a nice day. So I guess not just dating advice, but parental advice. Let your kids be who they are.
So,
Like,
not gonna lie, I kind of chuckled a little bit when Neil started to say we live in a world where blah blah blah, because I thought for sure he was gonna say we live in a society.
We really do live in a society, okay?
You're not wrong. We kind of
Actually, the whole
living
thing with-
in a society.
With the parental figures, that actually segues nice to what I saw recently. There was this, it was on TikTok. Oh, you hear that? You hear that? Yep, there it is. But it was this mother, and she set it up perfectly. She was like, I think it was her daughter said, my child came out as transgender. I think their kid's like 12. And then she goes, well, we'll tell you how this went in my house. Then she shows her son, and then he goes, we went out, had food, and I got a haircut. And then she puts the camera on herself and goes, be a parent. This is your job. Your job is to love them no matter what. And I'm like, amen.
Yeah.
Amen.
Yeah, I really related to what you were saying. Like, I'm about to say one of the other questions, but before I do that, I really related to what you were saying there, Nick, where it's like, oh, people keep telling you to man up, and then Chris said, well, what does that even mean?
Yeah.
And like the answer in that situation is whatever that person wants it to mean.
Yeah.
Like when people say that, they usually want you to act or do something. And if you're not comfortable with that, you shouldn't have to. My response is, fuck that. Be whatever the fuck you want to be.
I think men
Like a crepe.
are in a weird situation in today's terms because like women are now getting their like let's move away from traditional gender roles, you know, let's get away from that, so you know women don't have to get pregnant, be barefoot and stay in the kitchen, you know, women could be CEOs, women could do all this stuff that systemically people are like that's not very cool, you know, women don't do that. Where men were kind of stuck. It hasn't changed a whole lot. Where we're still like, you know, women and children first, right? If there's a fire, you're expected to run in there and save whoever's in there. You're expected to be brave. You know, we fight the, you know, we get drafted to fight the wars. The huge amount of the male suicide rate is crazy in America, especially in America. It outnumbers even the transgender community. It outnumbers them, which is wild. And we're still kind of stuck in that situation where everybody else is progressing, and probably partially due to our own fault. We're not progressing with them.
Yeah.
And I think if I can put a bow on it, it kind of ties back to that whole men aren't really taught how to talk about their emotions well. And because of that, like, I think not only are we limited by others, but we're limiting ourselves by this accepted norm that we have to be masculine and stuff.
It also probably stems from the fact that we've kind of always been at the top. So there's not a whole lot of progress to be made when you've always been at the top of the food chain.
Like the other day, I was talking about Disney princesses, and somebody commented, "Oh, look at Neil, he's so manly as he talks about how much he likes Mulan." And I was like, "Damn straight, I am manly."
I kind of disagree with your statement, Cargo. I think there's plenty of progress to be made.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah, I completely agree.
I don't think that's what Cargill was
mean,
saying.
I just mean in terms of relative to other groups.
Well, we've been at the top, so what do we expect? You know,
I think that's what Cargill said.
I don't
yeah,
think
compared
it's,
to other groups, we've always been at the top. There's not a whole lot of progress
I
relative
don't think
to
it's,
those groups' progress.
I don't think it's necessarily that we, as men as a whole, were keeping women in this position. I feel like that was just the norm. Other women, as well, were keeping them in that position. But also, a lot of men.
Yeah, and I think that's what's happening now with guys too.
No, but what I mean is, a lot of leaders are men because men were raised to be leaders. Most men were raised in that way. You know, you have to work and work and work and work and be a man and raise your family, provide for your family, bring home the bacon. You know, the resting is for the women and the children. You have to stay hours after work to get everything done. That's how, especially the children of the boomer population, you know, that's how they were raised. So I don't think it's necessarily that we're purposely keeping women down. I just think it's that men were raised that way, and therefore they are.
Well, yeah. But what I mean is, in terms of, like you said, the whole women can be CEOs now, blah, blah, blah. That's just always how it's been for men.
Yeah.
We could always be at that position. So in those terms, relative to other groups, there's not a lot of places for us to go besides progressing to being able to relax at home or being able to spend time with the kids and
Be the
stuff like that.
stay-at-home dad,
Yeah,
which I see a lot more,
Change.
and
it's
I like
progression in different directions.
that.
It's all progress, it's just in different directions.
Yeah.
I think that's a good way to put it, Carts.
Progressing
now,
west versus east.
let's move
or north
on to
versus
something
south,
stupider.
Yeah.
or the z-axis.
I got more questions, and I actually thought about not including this one because of the topic of it. However, the question was displayed to me in a very funny way that really targeted me specifically,
We shall
and because
see.
of that, I have to ask it.
We shall see when you ask if it shall be included.
Gargyle, you're not going to want me to include this question, but I think I have to. The question is phrased like this. I'm going to read it exactly how it was written. To the beat of that one song from Les Mis. And then I Googled to figure out which song, and I do know the beat, so... It is from, Tell the Reverend his story. Neil thinks different from the rest. He has a shitty ass opinion. He thinks Hawkeye is the best.
More Hawkeye.
And the rest of the song is, so of course he should be punished. I suggest you crucify, but not before I get an answer for this question, which is why. Am I allowed to answer, or are you going
What's
to
the question?
crucify me?
I think you've answered.
They want to
this
know
question.
why I like Hawkeye.
I think you've
If
answered.
they,
this
I
if,
question.
okay,
feel
if
like
they've been
everybody
around long
knows.
enough to know we hate the fact that you think Hawkeye is the best, but they don't know why you think Hawkeye's the best, it's kind of on them.
Yeah,
Well,
they
here's the
didn't do
thing.
their
I've never
research.
actually got a situation to say why he's my favorite.
Yeah,
you
we
did.
asked.
Did I?
Yeah, we asked you.
Multiple times.
We were like,
Well, I guess I'll just answer really fast then. Go watch Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes. He's really good in that, and as a kid, I always found the character very relatable. And that's it. That's my full answer.
Yeah, because he sucks.
nice. Cargo.
I'm so sorry. I just had to get a friendly jab in there.
Kyle,
Love you,
at
Neil.
last, you've set your feelings plain.
All right.
All right, more questions.
Yeah.
I just
Yep.
wanted to tell it because they literally put it in a song. Like, how could I not? But sort of to dovetail off of that, this is a question to everybody. Which are you, a Marvel or a DC person?
Marvel. Well, that's a complicated question.
Depends, heroes or villains.
Yeah, Marvel heroes, DC villains.
I assume the question is as a collective.
As a collective.
But if you would like to answer for heroes or villains, I will allow that.
See, I like Marvel heroes, DC villains, but if I had to choose one to be like my favorite, it would probably be Marvel. Because I do like more of the Marvel
Is it-
villains than I like the DC heroes. Like I like Batman.
Yeah. I was
Most
about to
of the
say,
other,
Batman's about
most
the
of
only one I
yeah,
like.
most of the top heroes in DC are just fucking cop outs or shitty. The only good Aquaman is fucking
Cough, Superman, cough.
Superman, Superman, Wonder Woman.
Hey,
That's-
Superman's really good in some
No,
stories.
he's not.
Have
Superman
you read
is
DC?
he was the first superhero, so the writers gave him like he's just every power.
He's
he is
designed.
God,
to not-
and he's
yeah, he's designed. Go ahead.
I don't know. I'm just
He's
go ahead.
he's designed to not lose.
I
Which
refer
actually, you
all
know
of
what's
you-
funny about that? You know where I got that from?
Where?
Which is actually something I've always wanted to talk about, but I feel like every time I bring it up, people kind of go, as Crab Guy's done a few times ago, just that really quiet, ew.
Take that.
Death Battle said that. They said Superman's designed to not lose. And they're not wrong.
Well,
He's designed, like Chris said, to have everything, to have all the stuff.
Well, and his stories are a little bit reversed because he's so powerful. After like after his creation, his stories became less about a man overcoming great evil
Mhm.
to to be a hero, and they became more about a god learning to be human.
Yeah.
I think
There's a Skyler in here now.
I
Hey,
think
Sky.
it
But his
also
mic's muted.
helps that he was originally, I won't say originally, but for a while in the early days, he was a vessel of patriotism.
Mhm.
It was like, hey,
His
remember
costume was
kids,
literally
be
red and
American.
blue.
Death
Yes.
death battles are like they do like animations on YouTube, right?
Yeah.
Or is
Yeah,
that
they
Well,
well actually
they
it's a
also
mix
do like
of
all the science.
yeah, but they recently they did who the fuck was it? It was Red
Red
Hood
Hood
against
versus Winter Soldier.
Winter, and they did it live action.
See, there's
I
another
don't know who
channel.
won that, but
I
I have a
don't
guess.
I don't
Winter
think
Soldier won, unfortunately, because I love Red Hood.
I
Well,
don't,
that's anyway.
I feel like Winter Soldier makes sense that he won, but
Mhm.
Whoa!
also both of them are good characters.
Indeed,
It makes
anyway.
sense. I'm just pissy about it.
I don't think it was Death Battles. It may have been another
Mhm.
channel, but they pitted Superman, the man who is designed not to lose, against another
Mhm.
hero that is designed not to lose, which was
One
One
Punch
Punch
Man?
Man.
Sentry.
One Punch Man. I don't know. You hate One Punch Man, Skyler.
I feel like Superman versus Sentry would also be an interesting battle.
Ooh, wait, what? Someone else hates One Punch Man other than me?
I don't
The whole
know.
point
Yay!
of why exactly?
Why
Yeah,
do I hate
I'm
One
a
Punch
Chris
Man?
on this.
May I ask?
Because the idea is ridiculous, and I just
The whole point is to subvert superhero tropes by just making it.
I mean,
well,
if that's
it,
not
it
your
worked
vibe,
it worked too well for me, I think.
I'll say, if that's
Well,
not your
it
vibe, then
kind
that's
of is
Fair
in
enough.
itself the ultimate superhero trope.
Mhm.
Well, because it plays on the dramatics, because its main character is just like some dude,
Yeah.
and it plays on the dramatics of anime in general, and like they make all this huge backstory and they give these side characters cool power sets, and
Yeah.
a lot of the show is based around these side characters and their struggles, and then our main character is just like, yeah, fuck all that,
Yeah,
screw you.
it's especially shown in anime where literally every single shonen anime is he starts off weaker, fights a stronger an enemy stronger than him, somehow overcomes it, gets stronger, fights another enemy stronger than him, somehow overcomes it and gets stronger. Instead, this character is already literally the strongest thing in the entire universe.
And he did nothing to earn it.
Yeah.
I will
And,
say
that's
this.
funny because like his sidekick, I forgot his name, the Duke, the robot
Genos.
orange.
Genos.
He's like during their like he's explaining his backstory and his goals and stuff. Saitama just like falls asleep while he's explaining all this.
He literally doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I will say this about Superman, just because like I feel like I have to defend him because, of course, Superman can't defend himself. There is a really good Superman story called Superman and the Elite, and there's a cartoon of it, and it's really good. But when it comes to DC and Marvel, I've said this once. I think I'll say it till the day I die. I am firmly a DC Marvel bisexual. I love them both, and I can't pick one. I used to say, oh, DC comics are better, but Marvel movies are better. But then, like, the Marvel comics got really good, and then the DC comics got really good, and the DC movies started getting good. And it's just this big thing of, they're both great, and I love them.
I don't know. I've said this
Yeah.
before.
I've been watching a lot of like YouTube stuff on like comics, and I've realized that there's a lot of really stupid fucking stories in the comics as well.
Oh, yeah.
For
For every good one, there's a bad one.
I think I've said
And then
this
in every good one, there's a bad section.
There's some... Yeah, you gotta pick and choose.
So, I think I've mentioned this before, but you guys know how, like, Captain Marvel came out around the same time as Shazam?
Yep.
I feel like they switched places for those movies. because Shazam was like goofy and stupid and fun, and Captain Marvel was dark and annoying and gritty and boring.
Haven't seen either one because I don't care to.
I think
Shazam's
you and I
good,
watched different
Captain
versions
Marvel
of Captain
is-
Marvel, Nick.
What?
I'm with Nick.
I think we watched different versions of Captain Marvel, because the one I watched I thought was fun. It wasn't
shitty.
near as good as most
was
other
garbage.
Marvel
Oh,
movies, but I still thought it was
Neo.
fun and entertaining.
Carguy
Yes,
likes
Chris?
breadsticks.
Cargyle likes breadsticks. Let me explain this story, new viewers, to a new podcast. I had an old. Yep, they're laughing. They know it. I had a old podcast where we talked about just movies in general, and one day we had to review Captain Marvel, and my review for Captain Marvel was this: have you ever been at a friend's house, and then the friend goes to get pizza, and you get really excited for that pizza, but then they get home, they eat the pizza, and just give you the breadsticks? That's Captain Marvel. I stick by that review, and I will till I die.
I agree with that.
I do not like that movie. I think it is the worst MCU movie, and to be fair,
I do
Cargyle, I'm not,
think it's the worst MCU movie.
and that's valid, man.
Here's
Like-
my thing. Brie
What do you think the
Thor
worst
2.
one is?
Yeah, Cargo. What do you think the worst MCU?
Thor
movie is?
2.
Thor.
Thor
Okay.
2.
That's a good
Thor
pick.
two is
Fair.
bad.
Here's
That's
my
fair.
2
thing.
was horrible.
Brie Larson in that movie. Brie Larson is not a bad actor. All right.
I
She's
think
not.
she just
Bad
had
direction,
bad
though.
direction.
But in
Bad
that
directing.
movie, the only time I liked her acting, and the only time her acting seemed fucking, it's just weird because her whole her flaw is that she struggles to control her emotions, right? But the entire movie, she looks and acts like fucking Bella from Twilight.
Yeah, she has no emotions.
Zero.
She has
fucking
none at
emotion.
all.
And her whole thing is like, oh, I had this power and I can't control my emotions and sometimes it just escapes me. But then she doesn't show any emotion. The only thing saving that movie was fucking Samuel L. Jackson.
And even he didn't get out unscathed because they took this awesome backstory you had for his eye.
I liked
this
that.
really cool moment in Winter Soldier. I thought it was funny, but after thinking about it later, I thought it was dumb because literally he's like, last time I trusted somebody, I lost an eye. And that's such a
okay.
big hitting moment, and he's talking about a cat!
But here's the thing. That's perfect for his character, though, is to make something like that out to be this huge, oh, I don't trust people because my eye, blah, blah. But in reality, it's just a cat scratches face. Like, that is
turns-
perfect for Nick
Fever.
Fury's character.
I think it turns an awesome character with an awesome backstory into the punchline of a joke. And I don't like that. I love Nick Fury, and I think he's still good in the movies regardless of this, but I don't
You do
know.
not
I always
sacrifice the rule of cool for the rule of comedy.
it's hard to with this one. Like my theory going into the movie, and I knew they wouldn't have done this, but my theory was the reason that Nick Fury didn't call Captain Marvel during the Avengers, like the first movie, was because she took out his eye, and he didn't trust her anymore. But in that
that's
last-inch
cliche.
effort, when Thanos is taking out the rest of the world, it doesn't matter anymore. He has to trust her.
That's too much of a cliche.
I don't think that's a cliche. I think that's a cool, interesting dive into his character.
No, that's a huge cliche.
Well,
It's done all the freaking time.
fine, then the cat did it. Cool
Like,
bean.
Oh, I
Kidding.
don't trust this person because they did this thing to me. Oh no, now I have a problem, so
You
I have
know-
to trust this person.
You know, there's a thing about there's a whole website called TV Tropes. Now, that proves one thing that you always hear people say, "Oh, that's cliche." It's like because everything in existence has that cliche in it. Like I guarantee you that whole backstory, that I don't trust that person. I guarantee you that's in something each one of us loves. It's probably in something.
Oh yeah.
I can promise
So-
you.
So Cargyle, you say that that one thing's cliche, unlike there are people in the world that actually do that.
Hmm. And
That
also, if I
happens
can
all the fucking time.
if I can piggyback off you, Sky,
Like,
just for one
boring
second.
movie plot.
There's a reason they're cliche though. These are so good things. Here's
It's
the
a human
thing.
trait.
It can be cliche, and that's okay. But like, here's the thing. I feel like
You don't think
obviously this hit me
superheroes are
more than
cliche
most
in the
people.
first place.
This hit me a bit more than other people. I think that this like takes potential and throws it away.
Alright.
This cat joke. And because of that, I think the other way is better.
Yes,
Because, like,
Elvish has a
also-
point in chat. It's a good channel.
What did Elvish say?
Overly Sarcastic
I can't see Elvish.
Productions on YouTube has a series called Trope Talk. I've learned so much about writing from it. So I didn't mean to go
All right,
Rick
Rick.
Sanchez on you guys.
Hey!
Actually, speaking of tropes, I think there's a few where I let it slide because I know it happens a lot. Like example, since we're getting to the creepy month, I've been listening to a lot of creepypasta, and Chris probably knows this, and I'm sure a lot of others know this, but every frickin' time there's a monster in a story, what the hell do they say? And then I saw it. That's what they say. Every story. Now that is annoying, but I accept it because it's always going to happen. Or that kind of like moment of, actually, this happens more in just creepy stuff. You know, that moment of like, oh, we're safe, and then it's like, no, you're not.
Well, the
Like, there's
reason that cliche. Oh, go ahead.
There's like there's certain tropes that are like people just let it slide because it happens all the time.
Oh, I agree. There's a reason that they happen all the time because they're good storytelling methods, you know?
And it's the only way some people, and it's a lot of it's like that's the only thing people can think of at that moment. Like I don't blame them. I probably do the same thing.
It depends on the rest of the story. If it's a boring story and they throw in a boring trope, it's not gonna spice up the boring story. If it's a good story and they throw in a boring trope, it's not gonna ruin the good story. It's gonna make it better.
You know, Cargyle, I agree with you.
Right.
That one thing I said would not have saved Captain Marvel.
Um,
But I think it would have explained why she's not in Avengers, so I still like it.
do you guys have that phenomenon where you learn about something and you start to notice it more? Or
Yes!
like it being brought up more? So I had this the other day because my clients like The Simpsons. They watch The Simpsons all the time. And I had finished the latest season of Rick and Morty. And there's an episode in of the last season of Rick and Morty where they're on this, it's a really meta episode where they're like stuck on a train, but it's like a story loop train.
Yeah,
And
I saw this one.
yeah, if they go outside the train, they're like stuck in a different storyline or some shit. It's weird. But they bring up the Bechdel test, which, if you don't know what the Bechdel test, it's like this test to see in a story how often, or if two female characters are talking, how often those two characters talk about something other than a man, right? That was brought up in The Simpsons in an episode, I think it's just called Sad Girl, where Marge and fucking, what's the daughter's name again?
Lisa?
Lisa. Yeah, Lisa
You
is
forgot a Simpson name, you bitch!
I wasn't allowed to watch The Simpsons. The Simpsons is a good show. What the fuck are you saying?
I'm insulting you! Not the Simpsons!
No, but there's an episode where Lisa is like, she has to go through therapy or some shit. She's like being treated poorly at school. And her therapy thing is like she has to draw her emotions. And she's getting, like, it gets worse because she can't draw, and then her mom starts drawing her emotions for her. She goes to therapy and accidentally leaves these drawings outside, and a bookstore owner picks them up and like sells them in her store because it's like a comic thing called Sad Girl. And they get famous, and they do this talk thing where it's a whole panel full of women writers, and someone brings up the Bechdel test, and Marge goes, "Oh, that's really cool. I'll have to tell my husband about that later." And the entire audience goes, "Boo!"
I do relate to that whole not noticing things until they're made apparent to you a little better than most, because as most people in this call know, I am on the spectrum, and one of my tics of that is I don't usually make eye contact with people. And until somebody told me that I was doing that, I never noticed. And we are talking years. Like, I didn't know this till I was like 20. And then I was like, huh, you know what? I don't do that. I don't make eye contact with people that often. Oh God, people must think I'm weird.
Jacksepticeye made a video recently about this guy, this public speaker that like reacted to Jacksepticeye and stuff like that. And this guy was obviously some sort of like a he knew like psychology and stuff like that. So he was like studying things that Jack would do or Sean would do, and he was saying like the generosity you can see whenever his head tilts, like the empathy he shows for his viewers. If your head tilts, his head was tilting to the side, it shows empathy, and like small things like that, and like the thumbs up. He said something about the thumbs up that Sean gives all the time. And because he said that, Sean was like, now I'm gonna be looking for these things. And I didn't even notice it. And it's like one of those subconscious things that your body does all the time. Like people that speak with their hands, they don't do it on purpose. It just happens. I'm literally doing it right now, and I didn't mean to.
I do that so often during this podcast. You have no idea.
Those are
There is a lot of YouTubers who, if you watch them, you can actually, like Markiplier, I've noticed that. Like, if you watch him, he does the same things with his face. Like, he'll move his head a certain way, or he'll...
Yeah.
Like, if he's upset about something, it's that same face. Like, you can tell. If something's actually gotten him sad in the game, you can tell.
It's like, oh no.
How often
Yeah, that
have
thing.
you
Like, he gets
seen-
very upset. He's like, oh no.
How often have you seen Markiplier actually angry?
Once.
You ever watch?
And
Jenna
it was in
Fox.
person.
I think
Getting
Cargill
over
knows
it?
what I'm going to talk
Getting
about.
over it.
Getting over
I
it.
think getting
Okay.
over it was like the only time he was like legit
So
angry.
there's an Unis Honest episode,
I saw-
right? Where it's him and
I saw
Ethan-
him angry, and it was my fault.
Oh, that was a.
Yeah, there's an Unis Honest episode where it's him and Ethan doing the presidential
Those are
fitness
good.
test, right? And Mark is getting genuinely frustrated with Ethan
So he
because
punched
he's
the
like,
hole in the
he's
wall.
like, give me motivation, and Ethan the whole time just starts going 3 mile mark, 3 mile mark, 3 mile mark, and Mark gets so mad he actually punches a hole in the
Speaking
wall.
Yeah, speaking of that channel, you know how the whole thing is supposed to get deleted at the end?
Yep.
You know, I have a feeling that, I think this might be where it's going. I have a feeling Markiplier, what was it, Darkiplier? I have a feeling he's going to make an appearance.
Well, that's
I don't know, there's just something about it.
With that.
And then maybe
the
Ethan gets his
Retarf.
own type of thing.
Can I just
they
say that
recently-
Markiplier is one of the most interesting storytellers I have ever encountered?
I think
Yeah.
part of his
Is he-
interestingness is his fucking voice, because Jesus Christ, that shit is sexy.
How many of you
You know
people watched Heist with Markiplier?
Me, you made me.
I-
You made me watch it.
It's so
I did
fucking
not, but-
good.
I did, but I only got like 3 endings because I was wasting so much time.
Skyler
I
made
literally
me
got
get
every
all the
ending.
endings. Skyler made
could
me
not
do
It was
it.
worth it, wasn't it?
Yes, it was worth it, especially that one where they all sang in the prison.
Hell yeah!
That one was my favorite. I don't wanna be
God, I need to
free.
go through it again.
Have you guys seen The Drowned Man?
Yeah.
The Drawn
that was
Man?
good
The
too.
Drowned Man.
Drowned.
where it was.
I don't think
No.
Who was it? Who was this fucking? Was it Wade or it was Wade?
It was
I think.
Wade.
Wade's house.
Wade's
was
I
house
probably
was
saw this and
haunted.
forgot.
Wade's house was just like falling to pieces, and there was water dripping out of everywhere, and it was just fucked.
Literally light
Coming
Yeah.
out of the light fixtures.
And Mark just comes in his house and treats it like a Ghost Adventures episode, where he's
Yeah.
like, every time he says water, like the word water pops up on the screen with a really dramatic like sound effect. He's like, was there
It's fucking
water?
Here's the thing with Markiplier, and like, this is
You
so
know what's
cool
really
about him.
weird? Okay,
Mm.
I will interject real quick. You know what's really
You're
weird?
allowed to.
My dad has literally one time. So my dad's a plumber, right?
Mhm.
And he went to Florida one time for like vacation with my mom. And the hotel they were staying at, they got rain one night, or I think it was rain. I don't even know. But he said one time he was literally looking at the light fixtures and it was leaking. And I'm like, that can actually happen. So I was like, oh, okay.
Dude,
And then that drown man thing came out, and I was like, "Oh, okay, cool.
I-
That's disconcerting."
I saw an Instagram video where this person was like, "My second day in my apartment. I'm pissed, y'all." And it was this person filming into their bathroom because there's like a bubble forming on the ceiling,
Oh shit!
and it slowly just grows and grows, and then shit just bursts out of the ceiling.
I've seen
Oh,
I was like,
Up.
"Oh fuck."
back to Markiplier for just a second.
that.
What I really like about him, in terms of his like scripted stuff, where he did
Feeling good.
Wilford, Mother Loving
Mother
Wharf
Loving
Stash,
Wharf
where he did the
Kill
Darkiplier
Markiplier.
one with
Who killed
pictures.
Markiplier?
I
Did you
I
see
love that this guy
Damien?
is taking these jokes.
Damien was
I
really
did see
good.
Damien. I love that he's taking these jokes that he made, like these joke characters, and giving them really interesting stories, really playing with it. And it's got to be leading to something, but even if it doesn't, I just admire the creativity he is displaying. Like, I could never make what he's making. And that makes me so interested.
Did you hear about the story of like whenever he went to go pitch it to YouTube? He literally walked in and was like, "I have an idea," and they go for it.
Did you guys
I want to be that famous.
Have you guys ever did you guys watch the era of YouTube that was filled with rage content?
Yes.
I think we were all there for that one.
Like,
I think that's when I
short
started.
amount of it.
Francis,
Yup.
Yes.
McJuggernuggets with his dad.
Yeah.
You take my Mountain Dew.
The first one was the kid that like the first video was like he got mad that his mom turned off his video game or something, and he went
Mhm.
to his room and like tried
Shoved
to
the
shove the
remote
remote up his ass.
I've
Oh,
seen
that one. That one's a
Yeah.
classic.
That's like the
That was
first
What
one.
did he say in the chat? Y'all remember Yami? Yes, I do remember Yami Mash.
Ah, Yummy Mash.
I remember Yummy
He's
Man.
actually still going. It's just that
So,
ever since he stopped doing stuff with Markiplier.
well, you guys remember when PewDiePie did content with Cryotics?
Cry still does stuff. Cry pops up in Mark's videos
But
here
not
and
with
there.
PewDiePie. That's what I find weird. Like, Ken is still in PewDiePie's videos, and it was him and Ken and Cryotics, and Cryotics just disappeared from PewDiePie's videos.
You know, I got to meet Wade from the Markiplier videos. I know he's got his own channel, but you probably know him better by me just saying for the Markiplier videos.
Nice.
And I got to ask him like a couple questions just because he was like around us. And like I asked, hey, what's it like to like be like this? I said influencer, but I wanted to say something else. This influencer, like strictly with your friends. Like, what's it like to like sort of have a fan base and people who care about you, and being with your friends on the top? And his response, I don't think I'm ever gonna forget it. He literally said, "I can't describe it to you because it's literally like." It's literally like perfect, and
Literally,
there aren't
my life.
words for it. Like I just feel like if you have these big fans that love everything you do, and you get to do it with like your buddies, how could you describe that?
I've,
Besides just saying it's perfect.
I've been on a JonTron nostalgia trip lately, and I watched.
Me too, Nick.
I watched some of his first videos the other day, and I was like, I mean, like the first, like he actually put like effort into them, and like it was weird because I could tell he wasn't as comfortable in front of the camera as he is now.
The other day, I watched him review Jurassic World 2. And I didn't know he made that video until literally the other day. And I was like, oh, this is why John doesn't review a ton of movies. Like, it wasn't a bad video, but it was definitely like, oh, he doesn't have his style yet.
Rewatching, I think my favorite video of his is the bootleg Disney video. Where like he's doing a Lion King game, and for some reason at the end of it
Simba
it's like a
hangs
bootleg.
himself.
Well, there's that one, but then the way you beat the game is a fucking adult Simba gets on a Nazi blimp and just flies off into the sunset.
There's a pentagram and
Wow, he made a
everything.
lot-
Not a pentagram, swastika.
Yeah, there's swastika on
Wow,
the
he made a
bottom.
lot more varied content than I remember. Well, we're talking like John did just did video games for the longest time, and then
Mhm.
somewhat like within the past few years, he's just done whatever he feels like he can talk to people about.
Yeah.
The other
Like
day,
I actually liked his what the hell was it? The thing he did of when he watched like those episodes. I think we all remember when they had those ghost TV shows on TV.
Yeah.
Oh, I do remember this. I
when
think
he
it was literally
reviewed
called
those.
Ghost Stories. Like true ghost stories.
Yeah, like he
No, yeah.
he
one.
reviewed
Yeah.
that.
That was a more recent one.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
Um,
Like all of his more recent stuff has been really good.
And
The last
and then he
video I
talked-
watched of his was really funny to me because there was just a few scenes in that like the little skits that he did in it were just they hit me real hard.
Mm-hmm. I watched his D&D video the other day where he reviewed that like fan-made, like not fan-made, but it was like these guys. Okay, so these like really hardcore Christians made a movie
Yeah.
about the negative impacts of D&D,
Oh
I
yeah.
and
love
it's
that.
hilarious. The movie itself is hilarious. John making fun of it is hilarious. It literally, like, I don't want to make fun of suicide, but it literally has a girl commit suicide because her D&D character died. And I was like, girl, relatable.
I remember because my parents, when I was little, especially, were extremely, very like we couldn't watch Pokemon, couldn't watch Power Rangers, we couldn't watch the Rugrats, and we mentioned wanting to play D&D once, and my
Rugrats.
dad was like, no, and
Why couldn't you watch Rugrats?
because they didn't want us acting like Angelica.
Respect.
But
She's
she was the foil.
antagonist.
Wait a minute, did she not like you watching stuff with villains in it?
She didn't like us watching, well, really anything, cartoon-wise mostly, because part of their reasoning was they all make the parents seem like idiots.
Because they are.
And she was
I
like,
I would
know
like
one
to
thing
answer
you
that.
guys watched, which was VeggieTales.
we couldn't even
Hey, we ain't shitting on VeggieTales. VeggieTales is amazing.
VeggieTales was good.
For some reason,
Fucking-
I remember
fucking with
watching
VeggieTales?
VeggieTales. I don't know why.
Like how serious I got. Like, what'd you say about VeggieTales?
I don't know
What
what
did
you
you
got. I don't know about you
Skyler,
guys,
Skyler,
but the Larry
Skyler,
Boy theme song
Do you
is
like
a
to talk
bop.
to potatoes?
Reminds
Larry
me of
Boy theme song
Goldmember.
is great.
Yes.
I actually this leads into something that someone bitched at me about the other day. In an older episode of the podcast, I mentioned a song from VeggieTales that Chris told me about, but then I lag out and I never say the song. The song I was it was the cheeseburger. Chris
listened to
told
the
me
last time we hung out, Chris.
Greatest love
I
song
like
ever.
the song they did. I can't remember what the name of it was, but the one where they were singing about the chocolate bunny. The bunny.
Yeah.
Yes, the bunny.
Here's the thing. Before I forget, I want to explain why this song is funny. So the song is literally about, according to Chris, and I heard it once, a guy who wants a cheeseburger. and
Yeah, oh yeah.
his favorite cheeseburger place is closed. So the song is about him thinking about cheating on this cheeseburger place with another
Uh-huh.
cheeseburger place. And it's hilarious to
You know
me.
what's funny about that? Denny's actually sponsored
Yes.
VeggieTales, so they could use
Yes.
Denny's in the song, but they couldn't use Burger King.
Yeah, Burger Bell and Denny's.
Just Denny's.
I gotta tell you, there was this one day, like, I've told this story before on stream, but there was this day when I was at Chuck E. Cheese, and it was a perfect day. The girl I had a crush on came to Chuck E.
Crush
Cheese.
in?
A crush in. I crushed this girl. I got Hulk Hogan over and we crushed her. It was like a perfect day at Chuck E. Cheese. I won like a bunch of tickets. This girl I had a crush on just showed up. It wasn't a birthday party. She just happened to be there, and we spent the day together. It was so wonderful. And the song I remember that day from, because VeggieTales let their songs play at Chuck E. Cheese, was, "Baby, I got to tell you something. I don't have a belly button."
This might sound weird, but did anyone else play Skull Kid a lot? What is Skull Kid? I know who Skull Kid is. Isn't Skull Kid the name of the guy in Zelda, Ocarina? Not Ocarina.
Yeah, that's okay.
Majora's Mask.
Was there a game? Did you have to what?
I
I don't know.
Didn't know it was about religion till what? VeggieTales? Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, honestly, even as a kid, I didn't. Not like even if I watch it now, I don't.
Blatantly.
Yeah.
Blatantly.
Yeah, like I don't.
But like,
I think that's what made it good though, because they didn't do it every time.
Well, the new one isn't anything about religion at all.
Oh, the
I mean,
the thing that's on Netflix?
The original VeggieTales was, I mean, they were
there
telling
wasn't one.
Bible stories with vegetables.
Mhm.
That was really it.
Yeah.
Until
And
they
it was
started
really
getting
fucking
to
good.
Lord of the Beans and
They did movie parodies, yeah.
yes, Lord of the Beans.
I remember those.
I fucking
Lord of the Beans
love-
is good though, because it's like
no, Scary
they're-
Man.
they're nothing but puns.
The main yes,
So
It's
good.
like Puns the movie and
Legoland.
I remember Larry Boy and the Big Fib, which was a movie they did, but I gotta tell you guys, I'm sorry, but my childhood superhero was not Larry Boy. It was absolutely Super Grover. I'm sorry.
Remember
Super
Bible Man?
Grover was my favorite.
You mean
uh,
Bible Bulge
I-
Kiss?
Are we gonna
Ooh,
fucking
Right.
talk about Bible Man?
Talk about Bible Man.
Bible Bulge?
Oh
excuse me.
God, Bible Man and Cypher.
Everyone say hi to Alice. She's in the
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
hey,
let's-
Alice.
Hi, Alice. Bible Man is
Frickin-
literally this
That-
freaking superhero.
Bible
who-
Man
who-
scares.
He believes in God. He wields a lightsaber, and there is one episode.
The only thing I remember from it is like his weird purple suit, and then the
Mhm.
intro to the show is just like this dude in a suit, and he's crying in the rain, and he's like walking in mud, and then he like looks at this Bible, and he's all dramatic, and then he's like gets struck by lightning, and he's Bible Man now.
I remember the thing I remember most is there was this one episode I saw, probably the only episode I ever saw,
Oh, boy.
and it was about this guy who was like a Green Goblin-esque character who was like, "I have devised a machine that will make it where Bible Man can no longer worship God." So
Yeah.
he uses it on Bible Man, and Bible Man can't worship God anymore. Like literally, every time he tries to say a Bible verse, he gets a headache and walks away. It's
Guys,
really funny.
There's an animated Bible Man?
There is.
Sorry.
There's a
What?
live action and an animated.
Actually, you know what's fun? You know what's funny? The only reason I know about it's like Bible Man. There's there's a character he's literally a walking, talking Bible. I can't remember his name.
I
There's a
remember that.
computer. I don't remember what his name is either, but he's. But the only reason I know about them is because the Cinema Snob reviews a lot of these things, and I actually have this weird fascination with watching these, like, watching people watch those like anti whatever made by religious people. You know, like there's a whole series about how rock music is evil. I'm like, I have to watch this. I have to watch. This is the. No, it's funny because they did a whole part of it where they named songs, like they named "Highway to Hell." Now, that song is not about hell. That song is about them coming back together, like that their travels as a band and the hell they go through.
Hey, Cargo.
And then they mentioned
I'm
that-
trying to figure it out.
Thank you.
What's wrong?
We need
Oh,
to get.
there's
a-
yeah.
bot.
Bot.
Yeah, but
What?
and then they mentioned Back in Black.
Oh, no.
Now,
How the
that song is a tribute to their former lead singer, but they try to say they were singing about the devil. It's like, are you serious?
I find the one that I find the most hilarious
Thanks, Cards.
is
There you go.
"Stairway to Heaven."
Mm-hmm.
Let's play it backwards.
Oh gosh.
Who fucking does that?
My dick.
Who fucking
No, but
decides?
see, I
I'm
think-
just gonna
I think
play
the
this
thing that's-
song backwards.
Yeah, the thing that's interesting about for me is that, I'll say it. I don't think I've said it before, but I am Catholic. I still consider myself as such. But I grew up in a household listening to metal. My dad loves AC/DC. I watched The Simpsons with my parents. I watched Family Guy, for God's sake. Hell, we watched Jackass. You remember that? Johnny Knoxville, all of
I
them.
fucking love Jackass.
And
Jackass was
Jackass
awesome.
And
in the
I-
best way.
it's just funny because he's the same way I am. Like, I'm the same way my dad is. But it's like I can tell I like with metal music, like specifically. It's like I can tell when they're just doing it because the song's cool.
Yeah.
Because, but fun fact, I'm sure we all know Slayer, right?
Yeah.
Slayer.
The lead singer is Catholic. Now they have a song called "God Hates Us All." You want to know why he said they named it that?
Why?
The lead singer says because it's a cool fucking title. It's like he's right.
It would get people's attention.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
a
the
cool
song's
title.
actually about baking.
Raining blood.
It probably is.
Sounds fucking cool.
And also they also mentioned the song "Angel of Death," which it's like, oh, that's evil. It's like, no, it's not. They're singing about the person who had that nickname.
Yeah.
I think it's Joseph Mengele. He was
Yeah.
1940, the Germany. Yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
Who, yeah. It's like, just because it's, I think a lot of people think because it's metal, it's automatically evil. It's like, no, it's not.
There are a lot of more extreme bands nowadays than there used to be.
Have
Mhm.
I think this is time to announce my new metal song. Satan's penis is super hard. It's a song about flowers.
God, fuck off.
Hold on,
Danny
hold on.
Dandelions make me happy.
Sung by Flowey from Undertale.
Have you guys seen Tenacious D and the
There you
Pick
go.
of Destiny?
Fuck
I have not. This movie is
so
elusive to me.
fucking good.
I have.
I've
but
had
if
so
you-
many opportunities to see this film, and each time I was like, no. But then one day I was like, I really want to see this film, and all the opportunities disappeared.
The thing is, there's so many famous people in that movie that you would not expect to be in that movie. Meatloaf is in there, of
Mhm.
course. Ronnie James Dio.
Yeah.
Fucking
Dave Grohl is Satan.
Dave Grohl was Satan.
Yeah.
Ah, fuck. Who was it? Ben Stiller was in that movie.
Yeah, he was, isn't he?
Amy Adams from. You guys remember the movie Enchanted?
Uh,
The main lady in
I-
that movie.
Is that the only movie you know Amy Adams from?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Really? Yeah.
Don't watch a lot of movies, do you, Nick?
She was. No,
She was Lois Lane. She
I know
was in the
that.
Muppets.
I know that.
She was in a ton of other movies. Go on, finish your thought. This doesn't matter. This doesn't matter.
That's the only one I remember her from. Oh, she was also in Underdog.
oh.
She's in a lot of movies, Nick.
Everybody's favorite
favorite
movie,
movie.
Underdog.
She was in Underdog.
She was in that 70s show.
Sorry, I just gagged hearing that movie. I'm sorry.
I
She
haven't
was
seen
the
that-
dog!
I've only seen that movie once.
She was one of them. She was like the
Never-
love interest
never-
dog.
I've never heard of this movie,
Mm-hmm.
so that was a really funny sentence to hear out of context.
There's no need to fear. Underdog is here.
It was
I
it was
actually
based
watched
off
the
of
cartoon Underdog.
yeah. It was based off.
I watched the cartoon before the movie.
Actually,
I
you know
watched
what
the movie once, and
cartoon?
I was like,
You know what movie that they made from? I can't talk. What cartoon had a movie made that actually I kind of liked?
What?
Rocky and Bullwinkle. That movie is
Oh,
not
I love
bad.
that movie. That movie's so
"Movie's
good.
On the
I think it's because they
other-
make jokes. Like they're very aware of what they're doing.
On the other
It's
end
like,
of
yeah,
the
this is-
spectrum, the Woody Woodpecker movie.
Oh, that's shit.
It's such a bad movie. It's such a
Yogi
I don't
bad
think
Bear.
I've
movie.
ever seen that.
Anyone seen the Yogi Bear
Oh,
movie?
Skyler, you know the guy from Gallivant who plays King Richard? He's the lead
Yeah.
in that. And they
Oh.
just gave him nothing funny to do.
That sucks because fucking King Richard is one of the
See-
best characters.
Oh,
Right.
he's a
Gallivant.
great actor. Amazing actor.
Yogi Bear
And they waste him.
is one of my favorite
Yeah, they-
cartoon characters of all time.
Mhm.
And that
Hey,
movie
boo.
disappointed me. Hey, boo,
Hey,
boo, boo.
there, boo boo. Um, here's. Have you guys seen
Anybody-
Gallivant?
Yes.
No.
It's so good.
You know
King
what made
Richard's
me
one of my
watch
favorite
Gallivant?
fictional characters ever.
And
And you loved it.
I did love it. It was a really good show.
Clone Wars movie. Huh?
Clone Wars movie is really good. Oh no, the
Which
movie.
one?
That, but
Which one? Wait, are we talking about the live action or the animated?
Probably the animated.
both are
Because the
kinda
animated
bad.
one is not good.
Does anybody remember the cartoon The Tick?
Yeah, I remember the Tick. There is a serious TV show of the Tick right now, and I heard it's
They-
really good.
There's also a joke one. There's also a live action version of it that was that's like the cartoon, and it was actually
Yeah.
a fucking Patrick Swayze, I think.
It,
I was
it
like,
wasn't
no
Patrick
way.
Swayze, it was Patrick Warburton.
Patrick Warburton. That's what I meant. Swayze, what the fuck? Who's Swayze?
Well, you were wrong. so I
Patrick
need to
Warburton
correct you.
sounds like you mixed Patrick Swayze and Patrick Warburton up.
And a little bit of
I think it was
Schwarzenegger
actually
in there.
Yeah.
Real fast,
no,
just
my
because
bad,
I thought about it. You know who else is in the movie Underdog?
Ooh.
Peter Dinklage.
Mhm.
He's the one that's under the dog.
Amazing actor. Well, Peter Dinklage actually plays the villain, who gives himself the powers of Underdog.
Fucking
What was
Underdog
the-
was such
okay.
a weird movie.
So
I kind of love
this
it.
is this is an interesting question.
Mhm.
I watched Honey I Shrunk the Kids the other day because I haven't seen that movie forever, and it got me thinking about that game, that Grounded game, and I was like, wow, there's a lot of there's actually a lot of references to Honey I Shrunk the Kids in it. But then I started thinking about Rick Moranis. I was like, what was the last movie he was in?
So just so I'm clear, Nick Moranis is the nerdy
Right.
guy, right?
Yeah, Rick Moranis. Yeah, he's the nerdy guy. He played Dark Helmet.
Yeah, he was in Spaceball.
Yeah,
he was in Little
um,
Shop of Horrors too, right?
Yes, he was
He's in a lot
in.
of good stuff.
He was in Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
He was in Little Giants. Does anyone remember Little Giants? Is that just me? 'Cause I'm the
Yes.
sports guy. Okay.
Here's the
I
thing.
remember
He was
that.
in something recently, Skyler, because I heard his name recently. I don't know what though.
He's supposedly supposed to be in the new Ghostbusters movie, which I'm like, that's
probably
good
has a
that
cameo.
you're for him. Yes.
Yeah, this one's gonna be like actually in the universe of the old one and not with the ladies.
I didn't actually think the one with the ladies was that bad, but
Ooh, I got something to talk about actually that has to do with that. But Nick, go ahead.
Have you guys seen the Uber Eats commercials with Mark Hamill and Sir Patrick Stewart?
No.
Yes! Oh my god, I saw that yesterday!
I fucking love because they're playing Connect 4. One of them is they're just playing Connect 4.
Well, there's one where they're like about to fight, and it's like, Hamill! Stewart! And they just get ready to fight, and then Mark Hamill says something stupid. Like, he was like, you are my father, and I'm your father. My father is in me. And he's like, Patrick Stewart is just like, what? What are you talking about? And that's the rest of the commercial. It just ends with that. I love it. I love it. I love it. But the thing I was going to bring up that sort of piggybacks off of what Pat said. Did you guys know that there is going to be another Haunted Mansion movie?
Based
on the Disney ride. This one will not include Eddie Murphy.
Oh no.
And it will be directed. And here's the sad part, because there were rumors forever ago that Guillermo del Toro was going to do it. And he even said he was going to do it. He was so excited about it. But the other day, they announced that the woman who made the female Ghostbusters is taking the helm.
Oh.
And I don't dislike that, because I don't dislike that filmmaker. But I'm always going to wonder what if, you know? Like,
Then again, to
what
be,
if...
I actually like the Haunted Mansion movie, but that's just...
I guess the Gobble Man will never have his due. That's an inside joke that no one's gonna get except for Chris and Skyler and maybe Nick. But that's okay.
I didn't even hear what you said.
Because I said Gobble Man. I referenced the Gobble Man.
No.
See, it made him laugh.
Funny.
I got a few more questions if we want to answer them.
Sure, go ahead.
Actually.
Okay. Let me find a good one, like a really good one that's spicy. Okay, this is spicy. If you could be on a game show, which one would it be?
Family Feud.
Oh, Family Feud, absolutely.
Why
It's
not?
like the
Family
only
Feud's the
option
best
you
one.
have, though. Unless we're doing game shows with, like, any...
Well, what about that one with the guy from Whose Line Is It Anyways? I don't remember what it's called.
I would like to be on Whose Line It Is Anyway, but I'm not a good enough comedian.
Well, that's not a
good
game
enough
show.
Yeah, now, if this was, like, all time, I would have loved to have been on Double Dare when it existed.
Oh, dude, I love Double Dare.
What about Hole in the Wall?
Oh my God.
Double
I remember
Dare
watching
consisted of
that.
people getting naked.
Wipeout.
Yeah.
Sure.
I guess if it's like any game show ever, I would be on Stan Lee's So You Think You Want to Be a Superhero. Which was by far the best reality/game show ever. By far. I'm a weeb, in case you don't know.
I don't know.
But I think Family Feud is the most fun, so I think that's what I would want to be on.
I don't know why this brought this up. Do you guys remember the Nickelodeon show, I think it was, called Totally Random?
No.
I thought you were going to
Yeah.
say Legends of the Hidden Temple.
That's another one I would have loved to have been on.
No,
Oh, ditto, bro.
I just remember Totally Random out of nowhere. I fucking hated that
Well-
show. Oh, that show
Well,
was
since
bad.
all of us think what you're saying right now is totally random, why don't you elaborate, Nick? What was it about?
Totally Randomness?
Yes.
It was like that's what it was about.
It's like literally it
Oh.
was just...
Yeah, it was like kind of a prank show, kind of a comedy
Mhm.
sketch show, kind of just dog shit. Yeah. Who produced that? Now I gotta know who produced that.
Who produced dog shit? Probably a dog.
Skyler needs to be re-added, this thing he did.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Oh, can I re-add him? Is that something I can do?
Not now that he's already back.
Cool.
Oh.
Beat you to it. Down.
I just said, oh,
You know what?
There was-
We have Skyler here, and we like never
Yeah.
have Sky. Oh, go ahead, Pat.
but now, speaking of Nickelodeon, has anyone ever heard about the story of I probably get into it more once the spooky times come. But has anyone ever heard the story about that movie that Nickelodeon made called Crybaby Lane?
That does sound
The
familiar.
other day, someone told me about that, and I don't
But
know what
it was
is.
this
I know
really
nothing.
dark for them movie, but it turned out everyone was like, "Oh, this ain't real." Turned out it is real. And that they aired it like a few years ago, just to show people that's like, "Yeah, we made this."
There's
Pat, I can't wait till you tell me the story about this around Halloween time.
There's a
I'm starting as soon as it hits October.
somewhere
Yay.
somewhat
Crybaby.
near where I live called Crybaby Bridge, where if you drive across it
Oh.
and stop your
Yeah.
car, you'll hear a crybaby, and then your car won't start, and you'll be stuck.
Hey,
My-
I'm gonna head out early today,
There's a
guys.
fuck ton of crap.
Alright.
Bye, Dan.
Have a good one,
I'll
Dan.
talk to you all
It says
later.
Elvish says
Hi,
the
Dan.
things,
Bye, everybody.
the only Nickelodeon things he liked were the Wild Thornberries and Avatar. I love Wild Thornberries.
Avatar
Smash
is
it.
My life
so
as a
good, though.
teenage robot.
Oh,
I love
So-
that.
SpongeBob,
My life as a
Jimmy
teenage
Neutron,
robot.
Danny Phantom.
so it
Yo,
was
Danny Phantom,
the
you just
show was
14.
actually called So Random, and
That was on Nickelodeon.
it was a
Not
Disney-
Nickelodeon,
it was a
Disney Channel.
Disney show.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I remember this one.
Nickelodeon did have a show kind of like that, but I don't remember what it was called.
A lot of people from Smosh are actually in that.
Fucking, you guys remember when Liza Koshy hosted something on Nickelodeon?
The Kids Choice Awards.
No, it was an actual show.
The Kids Choice Awards.
Double Dare is what it was called.
They
Oh.
remade Double Dare.
Ugh.
There was one. I think I was
Damn,
thinking of a
Nickelodeon.
different show thing. Then. I was thinking of a show called Double Dare where people like would have to like throw darts at a board, and if they missed, they had to get naked. They would
Yeah.
have to do this like really fucked up stuff.
No,
Like
Ugh.
there is a row of like women, right? Like a bunch of women in different dresses. Only one is actually a woman, and you have to pick which.
I'm doing like a deep dive into my brain now. You guys remember Destroy Build Destroy?
Yes! Oh
WK,
my god,
yeah.
me and Skylar watched
Fuck
that
yes.
together.
Did you know he was
Andrew
a musician?
WK is top notch. Anyway.
I didn't know he was a musician until like last
You better
year.
get ready to die.
I didn't find out until
That's
Skylar
right,
told me, you know who
kill.
that guy is, right? And I was like, yeah, he's the Destroy Build Destroy
Better
guy.
get ready to run, cause here we go.
Go.
God,
But speaking of which,
so
since
stupid.
we got
Awesome.
Skylar here, and we don't usually got Skylar here, Skylar, is there anything you'd like to talk about?
Kitty, I hope you survive and keep your hands, by the way. Although it is spooky season, so if your hands turn into skeleton hands.
Skeleton.
Perfect timing for it.
Come on, Skylar, you all full of topics. Like you like things.
You like things like
Eh.
like music and anime
You-
and
you-
TV
and
shows.
furries, you like them?
You,
You like
you're
them?
a
You like those?
You're a furry.
You like those?
You like
Me is one.
ninjas. You like games about ninjas. You got hair on your head. And probably other places, but I haven't checked those
You-
places.
You like pee-pees? You want to talk about pee-pees?
I mean, who's got your favorite PP?
Don Knotts.
If I had to
Don Knotts, rest his soul.
Biggie had my favorite.
if anybody here, which
Mhm.
those 3 people that answered already did not say Danny D, I am very disappointed in you.
Dude,
Hey, Danny
we
DeVito's
worship
got a
Danny
good one.
DeVito's magna
Hey,
dog.
hey. I worship one thing of Danny DeVito, and if anyone gets this, I will sometime when it's safe to, I will find you and I will kiss you. But
Promise?
yes, I promise. I worship Danny DeVito's underboob. That's what I worship.
So if I present you with Danny DeVito's underboob, you'll kiss me?
If you know what that is a reference to, then you
It's a
will
reference
get
to
that
a
kiss.
scent of sorts.
Is it Always Sunny in Philadelphia?
No,
No.
it's a
Aw.
YouTube thing.
Oh, Sky.
It's a reference.
Ooh.
It's a reference to my favorite Genty boy.
Sky, it's getting
Mhm.
spicy
It
in the
is indeed.
chat about you.
What's
Yes,
happening with Skylar in the
Kitty,
chat?
Kitty Doc is flirting with Sky.
Sky said we've come for you in multiple ways.
I mean,
Kitty
what?
Doc. Ooh, you're not usually this mouthy.
Kitty!
Oh no, she they're always
Kitty
like
got-
that.
Kitty got good.
Spicy
Kitty was spicy before. too.
Spicy!
Cat was in here
Always
earlier, but
spicy
she
in the
vanished.
chat.
You
Said
know
I
what they
needed
say
a
about
blanket to be
kitties?
comfy.
They
Oh.
are-
Oh, I
They
did
offered
have
to
a
be a
question.
Uh
Okay, so if you're gay, answer this the opposite, okay?
huh. Okay.
But for for straight men, what is one man that you would go gay for?
Don Knotts,
but-
rest his soul.
Ryan
but I have a question. But there's a
Yeah.
problem though with me and Sky, I think. But what if we is the pan? We is the pan.
If you're
So I guess
planning
actually I guess
on-
we just can't. See, we just can't answer
Well, just-
though.
What is
because-
one inanimate object that we would?
You
go
gotta
with?
answer.
Yeah. What's
What
one?
is- I mean,
Okay.
Can I
robots
answer
count?
this too? Because I
What's-
have one.
What's one cartoon
Maybe.
character? What's one cartoon character that you would bring to life?
And go gay for?
Cartoon, specifically cartoon.
cartoon? Oh shit.
Yes.
This is
Ooh.
a
No
good question.
Cat's answer.
I got an answer
What?
for the straight
Or
man
unless
going
it-
gay question, and I've told my girlfriend this.
That's
before.
hard.
I've told my girlfriend this before. All right, if either Ryan Reynolds, okay,
Mhm.
if Ryan Reynolds, Johnny Depp, or fuck, what's his name? I talked about him earlier.
Winnie the Pooh.
Not Winnie the Pooh. shit.
Oh, we all know Winnie the Pooh. Sex.
There's a rumbly, but not in my tumbly.
It's Jason Momoa. If those
Yeah,
three,
Jason
Oh,
Momoa
fuck yes.
is one
if those three,
Everyone,
Yes,
everyone,
yeah.
I speak for the
Absolutely.
entire human race when I say if Jason Momoa asks you for sex,
you say yes.
gender, sexuality, it doesn't matter anymore.
Ooh.
I would only accept if it was in the style of Khal Drogo.
Let me pull your
God,
let me pull-
Cargyle.
Let me pull your brain, baby.
Yeah, we never got the cartoon character answer out of me or
Yes,
Sky. or anybody.
Sky and
Um,
Pat go for the cartoon.
Does it have to be like a male character?
Could be male or female, since you know.
Any character.
Okay.
So just so I'm sure, this is just a
Never
character
had
we're
a
bringing to
song.
life. We're not having sex with them.
You could have sex with them if you wanted. I mean, if,
Yeah,
if-
but is that part of the question,
That
or are
is-
we just
that-
bringing
yeah,
them to
that's-
life? Because
that's
it
part of-
does change
Hey!
my answer.
that's part of the question.
Well-
If I could bring one cartoon character to life, this is a thought. I think I'd have to bring to life Jimmy Neutron, because I feel like we
He
we
is
would
a
have
ch-
some cool ass shit.
I said the stipulation of sex was correct.
Sexually.
And so now you're
Oh,
saying
we
you're gonna
have
be
to have
underage.
sex with No, I don't want to fuck Jimmy Neutron.
Neil, how dare you?
No.
For shame.
If
Yo,
you
I
give me
didn't think
sex,
this was. I didn't think this was gonna be that difficult.
Uh,
I think it's
I
because
think
I'm
it would have
thinking
to be-
of. I think it's because for me, I'm thinking of crushes I had when I was a kid, and it's like I can't say those now.
I like adult Pablo the Penguin, please. Bring him.
I want Oswald the Octopus.
I remember Oswald, but no, I God damn. See, I don't want to say the one that's probably what Sky's thinking if I say, because that's obvious.
Yeah.
I got one, and
I'm just gonna
I
say it
stick
just
by the same thing.
because I don't know anyone. Well, wait, yes I do. Yes I do. Yes I do. No. Danny Phantom's. Hold on, let me finish.
Oh.
Danny Phantom's mother.
Oh.
She is
Really?
thick. She is thick. She's hot. Anyway,
Goth girl's kind of my thing. So
I can't remember her name, but she had an Angie kind of name.
For who?
From
His
Danny
mom,
Phantom?
Oh,
Yeah,
her name's
I-
Maddie.
No.
Maddie Fenton.
Yeah, and
remember.
his sister's name was Jazz, I think.
Speaking,
She called herself.
Fucking
Scott-
Ghost.
Sky.
Skyler brought up those goth girls, and
Spam.
because of that, my answer is actually Gwen from Total Drama Island.
A good one.
But also, like, could I also pick from Danny Phantom and say Amber from that show because she was a hottie.
Okay.
Amber.
Then
There's also Jinx from Teen Titans.
That's a good one.
Marceline the Vampire Queen.
Raven.
Damn it!
That's
I
a
should've
real
said
Cargyle
Marceline.
answer.
One of my.
Hey! Don't you
There
shit
was
on Marceline.
also,
That's not an
technically-
insult.
I wish I was
Technically,
love
since
Cargyle.
they're like
specifically for Marceline.
technically, since they're computer programs, Digimon are anyway. Renamon technically isn't male nor female, but Renamon.
Hey, what about BMO? Oh yeah, BMO's sexy.
Oh yeah, I'd fuck
There's a
Bimo.
BMO movie now.
You and your loopholes, die, you get my
I'd
brain.
plug my cord into those ports.
Okay, now here's a question that doesn't involve the
Another one.
act. What world? Let's go anime or like regular cartoon. What world would you like to be transported to?
I have thought about this.
I hate this question because I always have this same answer. Even if you are in this world, you don't know if you're gonna be important.
So here's the thing though, you got to pick a world that even the most minor character is important.
Or has
No.
fun?
And
I was
just
gonna
a
say,
fun
just
world.
Where it's a good world, even
if
if, you are
if
a
I'm
minor
picking
character.
from anime, my two picks are Pokemon
Pokemon.
or My Hero Academia. Because then I either get to catch Pokemon or I get
Not
superpowers.
necessarily. If
necessarily.
you're transported to that world, you wouldn't have the powers. You would just be.
Oh
you in
fuck
world.
that noise!
Okay,
Then I'm going to
okay.
Pokemon.
Let's not do that loophole. If you transported the world, you become like the people of that world.
Like you would be.
Do I at least
Yeah,
get to be
okay.
like a side character that only shows up in like the edge of
If-
the frame?
oh, look,
in a few
think of
If you
Look,
make
look.
yourself that, like you, it all depends on what
no.
you do.
Think about it outside the context of the show. You're not there to
Right.
be on the show. You're just in there to be in the world.
But I want the show.
Well, too
I
bad.
want it to be.
But
like...
I want to be the center of attention. Damn it.
No, I don't want to be the center of attention. I want to be the edge of attention.
I
My
this
hero
is-
student that's just on the
this
edge
is
of
always
every
a tough
frame,
answer to
never
me.
says anything.
Mm-hmm.
I think Pokemon is like the good bet because first of all, it really seems like people in the Pokemon world don't have to work. Like if you just become a Pokemon trainer, you're fine.
My teeth are dying, but at least they don't have scurvy. Kitty, I love
But
you.
also like with the idea like there are so many great worlds and there are so many like great creations of creativity that it's such a hard damn choice and I really don't know how to choose.
This is something I never really thought about Pokemon. You know how you get like money for like beating trainers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is with that economy? Do you like how do you like negotiate what price you pay if you lose the battle?
I think it's the higher the level, the more complicated the fight, the more money you get. But even then, like, what happens if someone's just broke?
Yeah.
Like, do you beat them
like,
up
you
and
just-
get an
You're
IOU?
just like you're my indentured servant now, motherfucker.
Dude, if you think
But you
about
beat up my
Pokemon,
Predator!
dude, Pokemon is
Mine
so
now, but
dark
you
when you think
dinner.
about it, because you know they eat those fucking Pokemon. They got
Oh,
Tauros
yeah.
burgers. They got like fucking Pidgeotto wings with buffalo
Milk
sauce.
tank's literal existence is to provide milk.
Dude,
Milk Tank makes milk!
have you
Milk Tank
seen
makes
the game theory actually explaining Pokemon evolution
Mm-hmm.
through Eevee?
Long
The one where it
episode,
says
Jesus.
Pokemon were humans?
No. So I don't remember the word for it, but it's not evolution. We call it evolution, but it's not evolution. It's like animals adapt. It's not really the word, but they adapt to harsh environments. So he gave the example. There's a certain type of mouse where if one mouse has a poor diet, it becomes big and its fur is blonde. But if the mouse has the correct diet, the proper diet, the mouse looks like a normal mouse. It's gray fur. He said that's what it is with Eevee. With Eevee, it starts off with the Eevee, and then the stones are subjecting
The environmental
Yes.
factor that changes
Yes.
what it
That
will
is
be.
why if you have two Jolteons in it unlocks a certain part of their DNA that transforms them into that type of Pokemon. That's why if you have two Jolteons in a breeding center, they have an Eevee egg and not a Jolteon egg. Hey! It's Elvish!
But
Hello.
also, hello.
Elvish? Oh, hey, Elvish. How you doing?
Commence the dick sucking.
I wish.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. Yeah, see, there it is.
Yeah,
Do it.
Elvish, stop it!
I'm not the only one with that talent.
But
But,
that's also why.
my
that's-
question is,
Yes.
how the fuck? Okay, this didn't happen in the old games, but like since like fucking Sinnoh on, I think it did it.
Mm.
Whenever you put a male Pokemon with any female Pokemon, I think like wasn't it like the female Pokemon always has an egg of the female Pokemon type,
I thought it was male, actually.
or it might have been, I don't know. It's one of the two.
I don't know.
I haven't played Pokemon in fucking forever.
I just
believe
remember
it's
being
not.
real
Does that work?
pissed off when I tried to get another Bulbasaur.
How the fuck does that work?
I don't know.
Because
Look,
like, do they
Skyler.
just have master
Sorry.
seeds where they
Skyler.
are able
When
to
a tree
produce
When a
what they
tree fucks a bird, gender matters.
I.
Sort of what
am
out.
confusion.
He's like, oh god.
Hold on. A tree and a bird.
Sort of what out.
Love each other very much.
I.
That's what woodpeckers are. They breed with trees through their
going
beak.
down on a lower trunk?
Exactly.
I don't
You
know
know,
anything about
it's really
Pokemon,
fitting that
so
when we started talking about
when did
sex,
you two
Elvis
get in
showed
here?
up.
Also,
You were talking about
welcome,
Pokemon.
Plague Doctor Daddy.
We're talking about both.
Whoa, it's Crogbro.
Hello.
Hello.
Wait, Krog is here?
Hey, Krog. We're talking about Pokemon sex. Welcome to the podcast.
We're talking about Pokemon's fucking.
It's a hot time. It's sexy. Sexy hot times, my man. Oh, yeah.
My bicycle. No. This is not about to be a fun
The sexiest Pokemons is Gardevoir.
Yo, this stream
I
just
agree.
became a party.
You're not wrong. Hey, welcome to the Retarf party. We hope you have a good time. We don't drink beer.
Nice too, though, you know.
We don't drink
don't
beer.
drink beer.
We drink the blood of our enemies.
Like Pokemon.
I would say question my sexuality, but I know I'm not straight.
Krog.
Yo, dude, if you're here,
Hey.
if you're like worried about
Props to you,
questioning
buddy.
your sexuality, run now.
Isn't that like
Elvish is the
one of the
one.
best feelings?
Elvish will help you.
There's a lot of
Like,
sexy
I
hot
don't know
people.
what I am, but I'm sure as hell not straight.
Man, now I feel
Hey.
alone because I'm the only straight one here.
Nick, I'm straight.
No, you're
Give
not.
it time.
Are you?
How straight are you, though, Nick? Huh?
Probably 80%. 80% straight. Because, like I said, I'd fuck 3 men if they asked me.
Well, is Jason Momoa a man? He's more or less
He's a
like
god.
the next evolutionary
He's a
stage.
god.
He is an entity.
Yes.
Like if God comes down and says,
Just
"Hey
zombie.
Neil, I want to bang you."
Jason Momoa and Ryan Reynolds tie the two hottest men in my opinion.
I don't know. I mean, Johnny Depp is old, but dang, he's still sexy.
I gotta say, I'm not typically a huge fan of big muscly guys, but Jason Momoa, he can use those
Yeah.
muscles for a lot of reasons.
Dude, I would
A
cover
lot of
Jason
people aren't-
Momoa in peanut butter and lick it off.
A lot of people aren't going to know who these people are, but Jeremy Jordan and Darren Chris. Yeah, I'd go guy. I go guy.
Oh, I forgot to add one. Chris Evans. Ooh, baby.
Oh, baby.
Pour some sugar on me, daddy. Ooh, ooh.
Captain America froze his mighty dick. All
You said
those who
Chris
approach his dick must surely lick. Krog, I can barely hear you, buddy.
Welcome to
Elvis, I
Sexy
have a
Time with
question
Men
since you have just
ASMR.
joined. Elvis,
I'm trying to figure out if my phone's trying to use my mic or not. My phone mic.
does
I think
Elvis
it
happen
is
to
doing
have any celebrity
Yes,
crushes?
Elvish.
What is happening?
Elvish, you're new to the chat. You're not here a lot. So is there anything you'd like to talk about? As you can
How's the
see, there are
weather?
clear limits.
That,
How is the weather?
Well, I don't live on the West Coast, so not on fire.
oof.
How's the weather for you, Elvish? Elvish is from Australia.
Good
Oh,
day.
Oh, at least
Love,
at least it's
oh,
not
I
fire.
love
Good answer, Elvis.
The weather is good day.
What about Chris
Bonza!
Evans? Chris
The
Evans
weather
is...
for me is, I don't know if it's clear, I don't know if it's rainy, but I'll tell you, it's full of crickets.
You hear about that?
What?
Chris Evans accidentally leaked his dick pic on an Instagram live.
Ooh.
I saw that, I mean, I heard about that. Okay.
I wish I would have seen it.
I didn't see it, but
I studied it
heard
very
everything about
closely.
it.
Not a huge
What?
fan of the Pebis, but oh boy.
I heard about the penis tails. I certainly wasn't the one who leaked it.
Now we just gotta
Penis
wait for
Tales,
Ryan
a new
Reynolds.
version of VeggieTales, out now on Amazon Prime.
I'd be okay with a Satanist VeggieTales.
Where the main character is just a penis?
Yeah.
Satanist VeggieTales wouldn't even be VeggieTales. It'd be like
Pentatails.
fruit.
It'd be fruit.
Oh,
Fruit-
you're right.
or meat.
But see, it's gotta be. It's
And
gotta
meat
be.
would get kind of scary.
No,
It
okay,
can't
if
be
we're
like,
if
"Oh,
we're gonna
daddy
do
devil,
this.
come possess me. Not that kind of Satanism. That's Christian Satanism. I'm talking LaVeyan Satanism.
You know, they'd be like, if you
Actually,
love
yeah,
somebody, have sex with them if you want, you
Like,
know?
Yeah.
You mean the Satanism where you don't actually believe in Satan, but
Yeah,
say
because
stuff
the
like
word
that because
the
you
word
know,
Satan is a
Sounds
term
cool.
predating Christianity as a religion.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like
meant to be a
evangelism.
poser.
You don't actually believe in
Oh.
Christianity, you just scam people out of their money.
Freaking yeet.
That's
Because
what
you
the
want another
musical
jet.
The Book of Mormon was about.
Yep.
But the
If
question
I-
is, Elvish, don't you wanna like don't you want another private jet?
Another.
Another what?
A private jet?
Another?
Mm-hmm.
Pardon?
Oh, Elvish owns a private jet. That's usually where we conversate. We talk.
Sell that bitch
You
just to
know,
pay my
Consummate in my private jets.
You're not allowed to say that.
Contemplate.
Are you
Yeah, we-
secretly Elon
Uh,
Musk?
I have
We-
a question. You know
Yes.
how like
Service.
you know how like like there was always those vans with the shag carpet, and they were also like
Mhm.
known as like
I
shag
like
vans,
shagging
where
vans.
you-
Bang bands? Bang
Yeah, yeah.
buses? Yeah.
where you used to shag in them, as they call it. Do you think they
Mhm.
had that, like the equivalent to that for like private jets and any other kind of?
Oh,
vehicle?
guaranteed.
Yes. I was gonna
Yes,
make,
Jet?
They probably
kind
have
of the purpose of a
the
yacht,
Epstein
right?
Lounge.
I was gonna make an Epstein joke, but then I was like, I don't know. I was gonna say, have you ever heard of the Lolita Express?
Krog, you are so quiet, my dude. We can barely hear you.
We were talking about Satan is Veggie Tales and how it wouldn't be veggies. And Kitty goes meaty tails. You're not allowed to say that. That's not allowed.
It's just 2 lumps of meat, pork and,
You know,
pork and
to be
beef.
fair, like, I know this isn't the Satanist you were talking about, but if it was, like, the Christian definition of, like, satanic, it would be, like, fitting if it were meat, because those are dead animals.
Dude,
It'd also be more fun.
You know what's
a-
really interesting? So I was playing Doom, and I was like, you always say they're demons, right? But whenever
Yeah.
you play the new ones, it's kind of like they veer away from like Christianity style of demons, and it's really interesting, and I kind of love it. Because the way they like reveal the story makes it veer farther away from like Christian demonology and stuff like that. And
Which
I
makes sense
really like
considering
it.
that it's like a completely different, like, alternate universe type
Yeah.
situation.
I like it a lot. Though.
Have you guys
By
seen...
the way, just before I forget, to my streamy boys, Skyler and Elvish, after this, me and Sebastian are going to do Overwatch. Wanna make it a 4-way? With
Tad has
4
over
people?
plans.
With your cousin?
Well, I was gonna say, look at me.
Five-way!
Yeah, fine. No,
Five-way!
no, it's
game,
fine.
but it's
No,
four-way.
no, it's
Hey,
fine, Neil.
I
You didn't mention
invited
me.
Pat.
It's fine.
5-way!
See, thank you.
Yeah, I'd totally be down
Five-way.
with that.
At least
Five-way.
guy knows I exist. Still, that's
Hey,
at
that's
least
good
I
that you
appreciate
exist.
that. Shut up.
5-way.
Zip it. Moving
5-way.
on.
I'm not clapping
Good.
my hands.
I can tell.
And I'm
He's
literally,
clapping
as
his
soon as
ass
you said that,
cheeks.
as soon as I said that, Neil,
I don't know why I'm gonna ask this now, but I'm going to. Nick,
Yeah.
did you watch that video I showed you? I mentioned to you about that guy, Mr. Balin. I think that's how you say his name. The guy with the scary pictures and the
I did not.
you son of.
Krog left there. Sorry, I got distracted because
But-
Krog left.
I love
But,
how, love how Nick, like his answer is after all of us are just goofing off, he just goes, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Neil,
Yes.
just
Well,
as you
yes,
said that about the 5-way,
I was gonna make a Jewish
Elvish, stop,
VeggieTales
Nick!
joke.
Yes, Elvish?
I was going to say, just as you mentioned about the 5-way, I decided to go back to Twitter for a brief moment, and the first thing I see is Soldier 76 and Reaper
Cough.
content. So that couldn't have been more perfectly timed.
Quick question. After 4, isn't it just an orgy?
Krog,
Yeah.
I can hear you now, and yes. Yes, it is.
Yeah, I fixed it. I
Guy,
literally had to say, fuck my earbuds. I'm holding my phone up to my face on speakerphone while riding down the road.
It
Elvish,
sounds
this
better
is
now.
Krog. He's the other man I'm in love with.
Hello, Krog.
That echoed, like, really fucking loudly.
Krog,
How?
this is Elvish. He's your competition.
Bitch, I ain't got no competition.
Elvish,
I'll
this is,
see.
this is Elvish, he's my wife.
the fuck?
We did establish forever ago that Elvish is the mother in our relationship.
Look, I'm not
and you
greedy.
know why? I want to bring this up to Nick because literally Elvish became my wife because in an Overwatch video, I improv'd like I want to say 20 sentence poem where it all rhymed, and then Elvish just goes, "All right, I'll mother your children."
Yep.
Wait, hold up. So, if Elvish is your wife, that obviously makes you the guy in the relationship. The fact
I
that
mean-
I'm non... Well, the fact that
That's
I'm non-binary...
debatable.
with the way this lines up, would that mean I am both the son and the daughter at the same time? Because that was added in later.
Krog, it would be weird if you're our child.
I live in
when
Kentucky. Nothing
Makes
weird.
sense to me.
All right, fine. Krog can be the baby. I'll be the father. Wow, twist to fate. I never thought I'd be in this role.
I'm both the
And
son and the
Elvish
daughter at
is,
the
of
same
course,
time,
the
so
mom.
it doesn't really-
Skyler is, of course, the uncle because obviously he was there when the child was created.
Is he the cool uncle or the creepy uncle?
But
He's the not related uncle that watches the parents bang.
Do they know
Look,
he's
if-
watching?
As long as he's the
Most
kind
of
of
the
uncle
time.
to give me drugs so I don't remember what happens, I'm fine with it.
And that's how we became the Brady Bunch.
Oh my god!
I tied it all together. One
It's
big
story.
bow.
that lovely meal.
I'm slightly happy that y'all couldn't hear me earlier, because when we were talking about big burly men we enjoy, and somebody said Chris Evans that straight up crashed my bike.
Oh,
How's the
Because I
stream
had to
going?
straight
It's going interesting, Alice. It's
I had a clutch my pearls moment and ran straight into a light pole.
Clutch your.
it's full on. It's full of romantic.
Oh, Rick.
Oh, I'm getting the vapors. I have more questions if we want to try to get this back on track even a little. Should I ask them?
Go ahead.
Who is everybody's
long it
favorite? Who is everybody's favorite Disney villain?
Maleficent.
Disney villain?
Ooh, that's a
Roll
good
Mother
pick.
Gothel.
Maleficent.
good pick.
Definitely.
Maleficent.
Ooh. I would happily be Maleficent's slave.
I was gonna
mean
say
the
I am
crow?
attracted to. I am attracted to Maleficent. That's not a joke.
Which Maleficent though? Like
The cartoon.
The
All of
green
the
one.
above?
interesting. I like Dragon
Krog.
Maleficent.
Look, I'm not very picky. As long as you don't break my heart, I'm down for just about anything.
You're asking Maleficent not to break your heart?
Look, I said
Well,
break
you do
my
what
heart,
you
not
know.
break my balls. There's a difference.
All right, point taken.
Don't break my heart, my achy breaking heart. I think Maleficent wouldn't understand.
But
Don't
you
break my
can
heart,
break
I
my
only have one.
balls.
Break my balls. I have
Yes,
two.
just my balls. Because I will always be your man. Ooh.
Yes. Nick, I heard Nick
Yes,
say
Nick. Nick?
oh, I'm allowed to talk now?
Yes,
Bitch.
By the
temporarily.
way, Sky, I just sent you something on Discord.
You're allowed to talk now, Nick.
I don't know what the question is.
Favorite Disney villain, man?
Oh. The Voodoo Man. From,
Oh, Dr.
From,
Facilier, I agree.
Yeah, Dr. Facilier. See, Dr. Facilier is a little bitch, though.
Don't you disrespect me, little man.
That's why I like him.
No, because literally, all of Dr. Facilier's power is because the darkness liked him. The moment the fucking darkness turned against him, all of his bravado left, and he became the biggest bitch in all of Disney history.
Yeah, that's why I
That's
like
why
him.
Nick likes him, because it reminds him of me.
Exactly.
Little bitch.
I also
Oh,
like his song.
Elvish, this is Cargyle. He's the other man I'm in love with.
Hello.
I've got friends on the other side.
I will
Also,
say
yes, I
that
make love to Keith David's voice. Good God.
friends on the other side.
Heart entirely belongs to Nick.
Oh yeah, of course. Like for this one, it's kind of like this is the one I'm never gonna get. Like
Wait.
Cargyle's the fish that's always there, and I can look at it, but I just can't touch it.
Speaking
It's that
of
item on the
Disney
menu that's
villains-
just a little bit too
I'm
expensive.
Why am I
Speaking of Disney villains, I'm having trouble
You're a
thinking
crab.
of one that I like the most.
crabs are fish?
But I was at Walmart today, and they have a shirt that says like "Stay Villainous" or whatever, and it has all the villains on it, and it's got like their different like traits. and then it's going through all the villains from Disney. And it's got different ones. And then above Crazy, they have the Cheshire Cat, and I'm like,
Is he a villain?
he's not a
He's
villain.
not really a villain.
I would say
He's
the
not a
Mad
villain.
Hatter counts more as a villain than the Cheshire Cat.
He's kind of an
Wait,
agent of
the main
chaos,
villain.
though.
Hold up. Does Oogie Boogie count?
Yes.
Oogie Boogie is a villain.
Ooh,
Yes.
I love Oogie Boogie. I like Oogie Boogie and the Voodoo Man equally.
My bugs.
My favorite one, just based on personality and coolness, I think it has to be Hades from Hercules.
Hold on, Alice just asked favorite theatrical physicist?
Theoretical.
Gonna have to go with
Theoretical
Hank Pym.
physicist, sorry.
Hank
No, a
Pym.
theatrical physicist.
And thank you, it's Krog.
Arf?
Mostly because I don't know any others, but also because Krog's pretty cool.
Yay.
I have another question, but it's about
Yeah.
musicals, so I don't know if we're all gonna be able to answer it.
I can.
I won't be able to.
Well, I think it would be
Oh,
neat
man.
to talk about, if nothing else, because, like, I don't think Skyler knows this exists, and I kind of want to hear his reaction. The question is, let me find the exact wording. You guys talk about musicals a lot. Do you have any thoughts on Love Never Dies? And in case you don't know what that is, it is the sequel to Phantom of the Opera.
No, I do know that exists, but I've never seen it.
No, there was a sequel. I've got to go watch
There is a
this.
sequel. I
sequel
actually
to
know a
Grease
little
as well.
about this. There is. Grease 2.
Yeah. Arguably
Uh,
a better version of the story.
Love Never Dies is not that great. It's about so guys, get this, you Phantom lovers out there. Get this, apparently in the first movie, after Christine leaves, she later goes back and has sex with the Phantom.
Yes.
And then some years down the line she has a kid with the Phantom, and the Phantom creates Coney Island. So then she just go and the other guy is like a drunk now, and that one daughter character of, like, you know, that like snooty girl who was like kind of with the Phantom, like on his team. Her daughter, who was like a pretty good character that literally ended the show, turns out she went evil and joined with the Phantom and has sex with people and lures them to Coney Island.
What did I just
Where-
come back to?
It's a bad musical.
There's significantly more sex in this than I remember.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of sex in this one, and also like at the end. Does anyone care if I spoil this?
Not really.
I actually like spoilers. We were good.
So Christine dies because we had to have Christine die, and then the kid who was terrified of him earlier gets a choice. He can go with Rao, who is still a drunk, deadbeat dad, or he can go live with the Phantom in Coney Island, and he goes and lives with the Phantom.
Coney
Well, in
Island,
this like set of events, the Phantom made
with
Coney
a C
Island.
or with a K?
I don't know, man. It's got to be old.
What?
It's old Coney Island.
Okay,
I believe.
Like
my
but
question
Wild
is-
I looked
Militia
up
or
Disney
theme
villains.
park?
The theme park.
Okay, with a C.
if the Phantom makes Coney Island, does that mean he has a 12-inch Coney?
I don't think those two things correlate, Krog.
No, because that's one of the things Coney Island is known for. So they're 12-inch hot dogs.
Oh, I was about to say, if owning a theme park gives you a big dick, I can't wait to see Mickey Mouse's.
It's one of the big like advertisement things for tourists to go to Coney Island. The fact that
Oh boy. You got a big old corny dog.
Hey, bro.
Remember,
They're like
kids,
it's
your
no
Uncle
anything
Walt
else
Disney
about
had
me.
a huge cock.
I looked up Disney villains, and one of them near the end was Sid from Toy Story.
I count him. Sid technically counts. Sid
Sid was a minor
kills
villain.
toys.
Hey, hold on.
And
What else?
Sid
He
was
kills toys.
Sid's entire thing was more of like being a
Killing toys.
background character. He wasn't the primary villain.
Oh yeah, of course not. The primary villain was life itself. That feeling of emptiness.
Isn't that the
One
villain
day
in
we're not
all
going
of
to
our
be cared
stories?
for anymore, and that is going to be soul crushing.
That is the
To
real,
infinity and beyond.
that is literally the villain of actual real life.
Mhm.
To me, the scariest thing about the original Toy Story
And
wasn't the
faded.
meaning behind it. It wasn't Sid's character or anything. It was the 3D models.
You know who the actual like no joke? You know who the actual villain of Toy Story is?
The animators?
No, it's Woody. Woody
I mean,
is the one who
yeah.
attacks Buzz. Woody is the one who is going through like psychotic episodes, and Woody almost kills a man or toy.
I would argue it's Andy's mom who bought him Buzz Lightyear in the first place. Otherwise, the whole movie would not happen.
Hey, do you
without
think
Andy's mom?
do you think Andy's mom's toys actually also come to life?
Yes.
Well, there's a
Also-
theory that Andy's mum is Jesse's original owner. I
No,
remember.
that's been confirmed. That's not even a theory. That's been confirmed.
Oh,
That
I
broke
didn't know
my
that.
damn heart.
No,
Really?
because Andy's hat is actually not Woody's hat. It's Jesse's hat from when his mom was a kid.
Oh my god,
That
you're
is
right.
so cool.
Like if you pay
You know
attention
what?
specifically to the hat he wears at the beginning of the movie, it's Jesse's hat, not Woody's.
You know,
You
that
know, I wish
explains.
that I had Jesse's hair.
You know, that explains a plot hole. Because, like, in Toy Story 3, when he's telling Bonnie about the toys, I remember going, how does he know that Jesse's name is Jessie? Because he just found Jessie. That he didn't buy her from a store.
Fucking little.
Well, Pat does not like that.
Didn't he watch Woody and Friends on TV?
No, I think he just found. Like, if you remember,
he
at the end
watched-
of Toy Story 2, he refers to her as, like, Jane. Like, he gives her a fake name.
Do you not remember him actually watching the show?
I do not.
He did actually watch the show, I believe.
Really?
No,
Because in the sequel, it was like a surprise to Woody that there
the
was a show.
No, the show played at the collector's place, and that's
Ah,
how Woody
yeah.
was like, "Oh, this is your thing to boot."
This is
the-"
me.
Yeah.
This is me, Woody. That's me on the TV. It's me.
Guys, I need to rewatch Toy Story 2, but Toy Story 3 is so good.
Can I bring up
See, the
something in a tweet
They're
that I
kind of the
made?
same movie, though.
No, Elvish, they
In
are
certain
not.
ways, they are the same movie.
One's
With-
about
with-
cults, the other's not.
What? Hold up. What? I missed something.
Oh, at Toy Story 3, yeah, Lotso's totally running a cult.
Boy, but hold up real quick before anybody continues. Somebody asked if they could say something.
Yeah, Nick.
Yeah. I asked if I could say something.
Then
You can, my child.
I was gonna say, fuck the grandpa and Charlie in the Chocolate Factory. You know what I'm saying?
Would you like to elaborate on
Dude,
fuck the grandpa? Do you actually want to fuck Grandpa Joe?
No.
I know where you're going with this, and I know why, and I agree. Fuck the grandpa.
He is.
Lion.
His family is suffering and struggling to survive, and this man lays in bed all day. Oh, I can't walk. Oh, look at me. I'm an old man. I've lost my ability to walk. And his grandson wins the chocolate lottery, and suddenly he's running laps around the house like some kind of wild man. He's a fucking liar. He's just a lazy
No, but even
bitch.
No, even
This
better, here's
reminds
another
me-
reason. No, here's
Go
another
ahead.
reason to actually hate
Fucking
the grandpa.
lazy ass prick.
No, here's another reason to hate the grandpa. Charlie was actually going to sell the golden ticket, and even though his family was talking him into it, the whole reason that he really went for it and everything was specifically for the grandpa, so that the grandpa could go back to the factory. If it wasn't for the grandpa, they could have sold that ticket for so much money and got out of poverty.
Wait, are we talking about Willy Wonka, or are we talking about Charlie in the Chocolate Factory?
Charlie.
Because I'm
Charlie
talking
in the
about
Chocolate Factory.
Charlie.
I'm talking about the book.
Oh, the book. Yeah.
I'm specifically talking out of the book because I had read the book first before I watched any of the movies.
I was talking about the movie.
Well, actually,
I didn't
well,
read
there's
the
two
Roald Dahl
movies.
book.
So, flat out in the book, it goes into detail on the fact that Charlie really was going to sell that ticket. And the whole reason that he didn't is because the dad convinced him not to because of how excited the grandpa got. And that's why they put it in the Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory movie.
Kitty, did somebody put your electric toothbrush on their pussy?
What the fuck?
Where the fuck did that come from? What is
I
the
don't know, I'm
context?
scared.
Kitty said, our electric toothbrush is supposed to smell like fish.
I am moving past that. We are changing the topic. I think I'm out of questions. I will find
be
another one.
fair, I feel like an electric toothbrush could be really useful
Oh.
Stop.
for
No,
discontinuing
okay.
this
No,
conversation.
I actually had an ex who legitimately did that. So Cargyle, yes, it is. There's the answer.
Or no.
Cool. We don't have to say it explicitly. We can just
Exactly.
go on by it.
No.
Okay, I found random, but I think I mentioned this in the Discord. But I've discovered something earlier today about myself that I'm
you like
scared
electric
of.
toothbrushes?
No, but I'm scared of clowns. I don't know if some of you know that.
Yeah.
But
Oh, I love
I'm also scared of mine now.
Did any of you see what my reply to that was?
Yes, I did see that, but I don't know why.
Jemima
Just
is
like,
is a
yes.
great movie.
Continue, Pat.
but I don't know. But also nothing that really freaks me out for some reason. Now that I think about it, is if someone was comically tiptoeing towards you. You know how like that high step type thing, with like the cartoony tiptoeing. I don't know. The idea of someone doing that really quickly towards you in the dark really scares the shit out of me. But they're not making any.
Well, the
So
question
Sly
is, which would
Cooper
make it?
Snuck
Which would
up
make it even
behind
worse?
you would be terrified.
No, well, my question is, which would make it even worse? If you heard the Pink Panther, the doo 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 doo, or the tiptoe through the window by the window.
That would scare me more.
You know what would be real scary though?
Actually,
What?
fun fact about who sang that song, Tiny Tim.
Tiny Tim.
Tiny Tim.
Yeah.
Love Tiny Tim.
He was in a horror movie. Did you know that?
He was in
Yes.
SpongeBob.
No, he was in a movie called Blood Harvest, I think. He played a clown.
No, I
He
love
did
Tiny
very well,
Tim.
actually.
I was listening to Tiny Tim's music before I even heard that any of his music was actually in like horror movies.
look, a tiny Tim
Because-
hipster here. Ooh, look at him go.
Because like tiptoe through the tulips is actually a legitimately all right song if you stop and listen to it without any like horror movie context.
Bring it down a couple octaves and then I'll listen to it better.
No, that's just his voice. Just tiptoe through the window
Yeah.
by the window.
Have you ever heard his actual speaking voice?
I
No, but I
have.
really hope
It's
it's like,
deep.
what's up?
It's deep.
No,
He's got a very
No,
theatrical
please, Tiny
voice.
Tim.
It's like a
No,
very
imagine,
theatrical voice.
Imagine if he was actually singing his real voice. Just, tiptoe through the window, by the window.
That actually sounds pretty iconic.
Come
I think that made it worse.
Come
That did
tiptoe
sound pretty
through
good.
the window.
No, you know who I want to hear sing that song? Fucking Tay Day, the chocolate rain dude.
Tiptoe through the motherfucking window.
Some stay dry while others feel the pain.
I have heard that man sing the My Little Pony Friendship is Magic theme song, and it has changed my life.
No, the whole reason I know the entire Dovahkiin song from Skyrim in Dragon Tongue is because of Tay Day's video.
But before I forget, real fast, back to the topic of mimes. Pat, I had a scary thought.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be creepy? Like, wouldn't it be really creepy if mines actually had superpowers? Like, they could actually trap you in an invisible box, and when they throw the rope, they can
that
actually
was
drag you
the-
towards them.
Actually, that was the concept of the story I was listening to. is that he basically, like a part of the story, I put it in my Discord. Who were in there? It's because there's a part where he's following this guy, tiptoeing behind him, but when the guy turns around, he stops still, like even mid-step. But then the guy tells him, "Get away from me." So then the mime jumps off the railing and hits the ground. And as the guy's looking down, he happens to look up, and there's the mime looking at his own body. And I'm like, no. So that's basically, yes, giving mimes the actual powers. It's like, no.
Okay, now hold on.
I'm sad someone else did that because I was gonna put it in my superhero series and I was gonna name him Master Mime, and he was gonna be a supervillain.
I don't remember what the fuck I was watching exactly, but it was definitely a parody of Pokemon, of the Detective Pikachu, with the interrogation scene of fucking Mr. Mime. And they were like, and Pikachu just gets fucking real brutal with it, and he starts pouring gasoline, like not actually pouring gasoline, but like pouring gasoline and soaking Mr. Mime in like imaginary gasoline, and he lights him an imaginary match, and Mr. Mime's like, "Oh God, no!"
Skyler, I hate to tell you this. That's not a parody. That's in the movie.
Oh wait, was that in the movie?
Yeah, that was in.
That is part of the movie, and then there's a really funny joke where like Pikachu froze the match in, and then the scene ends, and we never see what happened to Mr. Mime. But my theory is he went insane and still thinks he's burning.
Okay, well, like, I was talking about that creepypasta. What the specific scene that he was talking about reminded me of growing up. I always had this idea of like, what would I do if I had like reality altering powers? Like if I had just those kinds of abilities to pull shit like that. And literally, the way I thought about it, I would do that exact shit. I would be the person to just be walking along with somebody on a bridge and go, hold up, give me a second. Just throw myself off the side of the bridge. And as they're freaking out, I reappear behind them and just go, huh, what are you looking at?
Real fast, because I think like knowing our usual time frame.
Did anyone ever watch the Unisonus video about them learning mime?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Real fast, knowing our usual time frame, I think we're towards the end of the stream. And because of that, I would like it if we would all just take a minute and give Cargyle a compliment. Cargyle, I think you're very handsome.
Do I have to participate in this?
No, you just gotta sit there and be pretty.
Hey, Crab Guy, I think you're very crabby.
Hey, Cargyle,
everyone,
legit compliment. I'm really fucking proud of how much you've been improving at Siege lately. Like, I've been watching you play and everything, and I'm honestly proud of you.
What are you, your fourth ace now?
Third.
I
was with
I
the
do
ACS
legit.
12 shotgun on Alibi.
You're gonna make him cry.
Your boy got that Ace CS12.
I do actually view Cargyle as handsome, but if you want another compliment, I value your friendship, Cargs.
If you want another compliment, I don't think as many people have left whenever we've asked for attention, for them to give you attention.
This is a new thing. I'm gonna do this every stream. Every stream we gotta compliment someone. I was complimented once, and now it's Cargyle's turn.
It wasn't my compliment. You're not the worst person I've met, or something
Yes.
like that.
No, yours was calling me funny. I think Nick's was something along the lines of, I guess you don't fully suck.
No, I said you're a genuinely good entertainer.
Oh, I thank you, but someone said you don't
It was
suck
Carl.
all the way. Aw, I still love
See,
you.
I didn't have to compliment you because we were flirting previously last stream.
Oh yeah, that was okay.
Carl.
Like, if you flirt with me, that's a get out of jail free card.
Flirting is the the ultimate compliment.
Cargyle, I'll compliment you now. You've been a very good and loyal, genuine friend for a very, very long time now, and I don't think I would have stayed as sane or have as much what's the word I'm looking for? Reason to stay in this world if you were not a part of my life. So thank you very much.
No, I want to cry.
There you go.
You're a bitch, you know that.
Yeah, dude. That's why we kiss.
Hey.
Also, I want to say, rip Tommy DeVito, guys.
Rip Tommy DeVito.
Singer of the Four Seasons.
Is that a real person?
You know, Big Girls Don't
yeah.
Cry.
I mean, I hate to change the subject, but I also just realized that if Sebastian is playing with us, it's not a 5-son, it's a 6-son. Just want to throw that in there. Did somebody actually die? Because if so, I just became an
Yeah, it was
prick.
Tommy DeVito actually died.
Well,
on the
If it was on
21st.
PS4, not PC, I would join you.
Rest in peace, Tommy DeVito. I'm sorry that I talked about sexual things.
Do you really not know like the Four Seasons?
I don't know who that is, but of course, like anybody passing away is
Sherry.
Yeah, do you
Sherry,
not know?
baby.
No! It's that guy!
Yes, it's that guy.
I legitimately don't know.
No! I love that guy!
Not enough to know his name, apparently.
We're like Hot Rod in Transformers.
We all have our
movies in
connections,
1986.
Elvis.
Otherwise known as Rodimus Prime from that moment forward.
I'm sad that you did not know.
I'm heartbroken.
I still don't know.
You've never heard the song Sherry?
No.
Sherry,
Walk like a man, talk like a
baby.
man.
What
Not
about-
ringing any bells.
What about Big Girls
Guys,
Don't
I'm
Cry?
legit crying.
Big Girls
Samer,
Don't
but for different
Cry.
reasons.
The movie Heart and Souls.
I'm
It's
crying
so
because Nick's a little
good.
bitch.
I'm sad.
This is really bad news.
Yep, just
I love that song.
All right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and end the stream here, unless anybody.
On that note.
on that depressing note.
Real quick, make it a lighter note. I'm glad Krog could make it for the end a little bit.
Yeah, Krog got.
It was a fun time.
And of course, we had two people we like never see in here, Skyler and Elvish.
Before we
got new
end,
peoples.
does anybody want to plug anything?
I've got something.
It
you
sounds
can
like
plug.
Plug my OnlyFans for $3.99.
Shut up. I will make.
Is this the last? Well, hold on. Is this the last?
my OnlyFans, if you know
Is
what
this
I
the
mean.
last podcast of September? Right.
Yes, I believe so.
Calendar.
Ooh, spooky things are
Yes.
coming.
Yes. And whether people like whether people like it or not, I will provide, along with everyone else, the spooks for each. Not the whole
I got
podcast,
the
but there will be
spooks
parts where we will be bringing up.
I do plan.
Actually, I have a few things that I'm actually very curious about, and I would love to, can't wait to ask.
I plan to do a bunch of horror games. Let's see what I got lined up real quick. Me and Cargill and probably Steve are gonna do GTFO. But I also have Layers of
That game
Fear
looks really fun.
to do. I have Call of Cthulhu and a game called Phasmophobia. So
There's a train over there, but I don't know if you guys can hear.
I think me and Skyler are gonna do the Resident Evil games.
Ooh.
Yes, on my channel we're gonna be playing through the Resident Evil series. Because I completely forgot to finish doing that. Because we started RE0 and we just never finished it. Also, Elvish and me will probably beginning of the month. If you want to finish RE6 with me, we could do that, and then I'll play through it again later in the month. With
Hell
Here's
yeah.
the thing, Skyler. I think we should
Yeah.
finish Resident Evil 0 because we got that funny character
yeah,
of Billy.
yeah. We are
But,
going to finish RE0. What I think we'll,
but I
we're
think
gonna do
after
is me and
that-
Elvish are probably gonna finish RE6, and then I'll do RE0 with you, and then we'll go through the rest of the games.
Well,
I also,
after-
in general. Sorry,
Yes.
go.
I was just gonna say.
Well, after 0, I think we should just jump to 4.
we got
Because 4's really good and Halloween.
No.
Got it in stream soon.
Halloween.
You talk about
And I'll
that.
probably be in those streams as well. Not just kind of not. Well, actually, no. I can contribute scary things in there too.
If you want.
See, I got you.
I'll probably
And
be playing
also, I guess I should, since I'm here. I have not streamed in what, few weeks, but I am coming back
Oh.
October. Every day of October, I will be doing a scary game. I mean that every day.
Mhm.
But anyway.
Oh, another thing I can talk about. I do it every year, and we'll be doing it this year. Overwatch Halloween. That's coming up real soon, next week, I think. So yeah, expect a couple streams of that here on this channel, and a couple over on the Salunatics channel.
And the old YouTube.
On the tube.
So do you guys want to plug your channels real quick?
Mm-mm.
Sure.
I am
Go ahead,
the
Sky.
Wolf Boy at the Renegade Sky Ninja.
You're on Twitch.
Twitch.tv/Renegade Sky Ninja. There we go.
Elvish, your turn.
I am ElvishLaddy at twitch.tv/ElvishLaddy.
And I am Neil at Salunatics. Just search Dr. Neil to push, you'll find it.
And
There's a little emoticon on it too, because it's like happy.
You know, because the next episode's gonna be Halloweeny, we should do something spooky. Anyone got anything spooky?
What? You mean this episode?
Yeah, just here at the end to tease the next one. Spooky.
Ooh. Ooh.
Tender lumplings everywhere. Life's still fun without a good scare.
Okay, moving on. Krog, do you want to plug your channel? By the way, I assume, Krog, you still plan to stream on this channel a little bit.
oh yeah. Well, I mean, I was about to plug mine and then make an announcement towards that.
Oh,
Okay.
sorry. So
Do
go
it
ahead and plug
anyways.
yours.
Announcement.
Because I was going to pick something that.
Are you
Do
gonna
it, man.
Are you gonna plug it? Are you gonna do it?
Boy, if you don't back the fuck.
Put in that gif of that guy. Boy, if you don't.
Say it again.
First of all,
Uh-huh.
I stream regularly on my own channel during Terraria, and for Halloween or for like October, once a week I'm going to be doing like specific horror themed streams of just really what anybody wants to talk about. I'll be letting people come in whenever they want, because the entire theme will be it like a movie, books, whatever, and we just spend the entire stream discussing that. But also, I meant to message you about this, but it literally only just reappeared in my head.
I wanted to do that card. Crack.
Coming up, I would hope starting next week, I'm going to be streaming Magic the Gathering Arena on this channel from noon to 2 on Wednesdays and Thursdays.
Ooh.
Magic. I like magic.
Elvis, did you have something to say?
Huh?
I thought you said can I
Hey.
bring up.
Well, I have something that we can. A little hint for next week, for next time.
All right. Hint the
This
word.
is actually something y'all need to think about who will be here, even if you're not kind of curious. This will give you time to think. If you made a creepypasta character, what are they? Like, what is their name and all the other good stuff? There you go.
Good teaser.
Oh man.
Ooh, you teased me real good there, Patrick.
That's gonna make some people
Ooh.
think, unless people made one
fuck.
already. Which
What is a creepypasta?
that will also
And
be
with that,
discussed.
ladies and gentlemen,
That will also be discussed too.
Go back
That
to
is the
find out
scariest
what
thought
happens
that has
when
been
find out what happens when Elvis finally learns what a creepypasta is
Yeah,
on
right,
the
what
next
happened to
podcast.
Ooh,
On the next
see you in
episode.
Oh, by the way,
uh,
yes. Bye.
All right. Is there anything else?
No, bye, bitches.
Because I think we've like been ending the podcast for a good 20 minutes now
15
almost.
minutes.
Yeah.
It's been like 20 minutes.
You know, real fast, let me read you a scripture from my memoirs.
Oh god.
Oh,
Diddly diddly do.
All right.
The
We,
cat cast
we
a
love you
spell
guys
on
very
you.
much. Thank you very much for watching. We genuinely appreciate everybody who joins for the podcast or any of the other streams that happen on this channel. So thank you very much. We love you all.
Golden bye.
Talking to you, Kitty Doc, and everyone else.
Hold on, I got
Wink.
Goodbye.
Who are we rating, by the way?
Good question.
I don't know.
Raid
who's
Skyler.
online?
Raid Skyler and Elvish. We're about to start streaming now.
We can't raid them when they're not live.
Rate them when we're not active.
Well, wait a minute. Just wait a minute till we start and then raid us.
I have to leave and then do the thing.
Yeah.
I like how we're. I like
Have
how
to be
I.
done.
I like how I was invited to this stream, and then now you tell me we're starting that quick, and I was like, I have shit to do first. God damn.
All right.
Okay.
I'm important,
Just
I
for
see.
you
That's
guys.
fine.
Keeping me company until you start.
You can rejoin. You can
No,
rejoin.
hey. I have things I use you. It
Alright,
takes
we
me
love
about
you
40
all.
minutes.
Bye.
Anyway.
It's okay.
Who's online?
Hmm?
Okay, we're rating 9 base.
I got my PS4 on now. I'm ready.
Bye, friends.
Bye
Bye,
bye,
friends.
everybody.
Let me install it.
Oh, it's already left.